YouTube, hello! Last time we... Oh god, Ron Delight proved innocent again, but this time actually innocent. We were correct this time. Following that, boy, if you can believe it, the only person arrested more than Maya, Maggie Bird, locked in the slammer. Tokenlad. Oh, that's clever. Mods, kill that man. That is clever. Love that, yes, sir. Anyway, right, the goal of this stream, first of all, everyone loves this case. So many people in chat when we got here were like, oh man, this case. Also, the goal is to get the apparently pain in the ass achievement for hearing all of the description is fancy foreign words. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on that. There's also one for being offered donuts by a certain character, but we'll get to that when we get to that. For now, since we've spoken with Miss Maggie Bird about MC Bomber, I think? It doesn't say. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, MC Bomber. The hottest new band in town. Let's, head back to Tribulations. It's better than Big Top? Well, yes, Nathan, I suppose being punched in the gut is better than being stomped in the balls, but, you know, if I could just play, you know, a selection of cases from the first 3 games, like Mad on Guard, and the finale of this game, and the first case from this game, and possibly even the second case from this game, and actually pretty much only the finale in Game 2, and maybe the first case of Game 1, and the finale of that one, and Rise from the Ashes. We'd all have a Merry Christmas, but here we are. Oh god, what voice other than... I can't just do Luke at me again for your voice. Let's get a proper look at you. Ooh la la, bonjour. Welcome to Tribulations. Oh, hello. What happened to Maya? She's frozen stiff. Ah. Okay, alright. Nice tune. He's piping this in through the speakers overhead. Good lord. Flamboyant. No thanks, I already ate. I mean, he is quite buff, I'll give him that, or at least he's got, you know, some sick muscles. Bienvenue, welcome to my petito restaurant. Huh? B Avenue? Oh no, my petit tulipe. Huh? Me? Look at his face, like a kitten rejected by its mother. You are fatigued, no? Alors, you need this. An aromatic bath oil, my personal recommendation. Fuck you, French. You think I need what? Oui, oui, just add a couple drops of this mixture to the bathwater, and voila. Oh, it's e-girl bathwater, I see. It will soothe your body and your mind. It's simply fantastic. Really? And voilà, monsieur. Who, me? Look at that face, like a puppy rejected by life itself. Are you fatigued, no? Time for the worst case in AA? No, you fool, that was Big Top. For you, monsieur, I recommend this. Oil for better mood. Maybe a hint of oui. Oh, you jizzed in this, didn't you? I will add the peppermint and the crackers for fragrance exceptional. I've said it once and I'll say it again. French is a garbage language for mongrel subhumans. I want that on record. Such an invigorating recipe. Oh, I should add that to the quotes. Such an invigorating recipe will bring out your delicious beauty, monsieur. Hold on, I think I can... How do I add that again? It's like, add quote. French is a garbage. Oh, he's gonna recruit us to his essential oils multi-marketing level scheme. No, I was saying it's e-girl bathwater that he's trying to sell us. It would help if I could spell garbage properly. If we're doing that word is hammer, which is a garbage language for mongrel sub-humans. I think that's how it works. Say yes, there it is. Successfully added entry number 10. Thank you. So glad I put that in. My beauty? It'd actually be very funny if it was a, hey, there it is. Very funny if it was a multi-level marketing scheme. Hello, if you will be seated, I will bring you the special menu of the day. Actually, we're not here to eat. We're lawyers. Mais bien sûr! I know this already, monsieur. You are the Phoenix Wright, no? Yes, you know me. Mais oui, oui. I never forget a man who flirts with me, especially in court. I guess he was cross-examined by a mysterious Zinniop. Stop calling him that! This case is very long. Okay. Darn, I guess I'll play it then. But it looks like everyone who had... It looks like everyone to do... It looks like everyone to do with this case knows who I already am. I wonder what sort of impression Zinniop's been leaving on people, don't you? Allow me to introduce myself to you again. I am Gina Shang, enchanté. Could you do any other pose? Don't get me wrong, I respect the titties out, but that rose has thorns in it, alright? And that's gotta hurt. Just saying. First of all, I'm a lawyer. Please, monsieur, there is no need to show me that. You are more Phoenix Wright, the worst defense attorney in town. Hey! You know I'm the only defense attorney in town. So yes, I am the worst. But I'm also the best. I think I can imagine how he formed this completely wrong impression of me. The last time we met, did I show you this badge? It's also Grossberg. He's retired. Maybe he's PictoChat in the DS? Oh, fucking ages ago, yeah, I guess. Couple times, but like, why? Oui, you flashed it to everyone in La Restaurant. Looks like Zinniop's a bigger fan of flashing stuff than you are, Nick. I mean, that does sound like me. Now then. Très bien. So what does très bien mean? Oh, come on, Maya. I know très, that means 3, right? Not quite. No. Très bien is français. In English, you would say, very good. Oh, very good. Oui, exactement. L'atmosphere is très bien, and la cuisine is très bien. If the food's so good, why aren't there any customers in here? Well, to be fair, I think he said the atmosphere. And, you know, I might have said the menu is très bien. My cuisine is not for all. Some people, they do not appreciate la haute cuisine. I thought everyone liked hot cuisine. Same, Phoenix. And Zinniop. He is not a lawyer. Whoever our fake is not a lawyer, okay? You really love the DS? DS was good. It was iconic. PictoChat was, when I was a kid and I first got my hands on it, it was super cool doing that with my brother. Be in the car just chatting back and forth so our parents couldn't hear us. Since I have lost Maggie, I do not have enough hands. So you're running this place on your own now? Oui. For la moment, no one has answered my advertisement. Pour moi. Please don't eyeball me while you say that. I am le chef and la manager. I am also trained as an aromatherapist. A roaming what? A practitioner de aromatherapy. The art of soothing the soul with the delicate floral aromas. Delicate? The smell coming from this bottle earlier is anything but. Yeah, it's e-girl bathwater, I told you. Oh, even better, it's his bathwater. Sell even faster. It was Pokimane, right? Selling the bathwater, and then she went on to sell cookies that were somehow even worse. Like, it was probably better for you, a better investment for the bathwater than the cookies. Since, you know, she just allegedly stole those and repackaged them and sold them at an upcharge. So could you tell me what you know about the incident? Bien. It makes me sad to remember it, yet I remember it so well. More than a month has passed since it happened. Yeah, I guess it's been about a month since Maggie's sentencing. So it was the 3rd of last month, just after 1 in the afternoon. A man who was in here for a coffee suddenly became ill. Because of the because of the poison in the coffee. That is the truth as I know it. It was Maggie who took his drink to him. I was in the kitchen. I heard the sounds of someone collapsing. When I came out to see what it was, he was already slumped in his chair. He was dead. Mon Dieu, oui, he was dead. Maggie had passed out also. And this man who died, was he alone? Oui, monsieur. All alone. I know that Maggie said there was someone else here, but... I see. La police. They asked me many times. Are you sure there was no one else at the table? They asked. But I am not the only one. The old man said the same thing. Belle Delphine was the bathwater. Of course, silly me. Not sure if Pokemon did the same. Probably not. I mean, you don't want to be accused of just copying popular things. Like the new meta with women putting the game on their butt as the green screen. Hello, what'd you miss? Ah, nothing. Just making fun of French people. Old man? What old man? So who is this masked man? And more importantly, this old man that you mentioned. At the time of the murder, there was another customer in here. What? Someone else saw it? Mais oui. As usual, he came alone that day. At the time of the murder, he was here. He saw it too. But he said the same thing since there was no one else at the victim's table. Maggie swears there were two people. Hey, thank you for the 35 stream streak. Arg. Also, why are you discussing Belle Delphine and bathwater? Oh, this guy, I don't think it's been added or anything. He's selling us his bathwater, and it reminded me of that. Mais mademoiselle, le lawyer, he could not prove this, no? About the lawyer. That was me, I suppose. Mais bien sûr. Wow, he's the first person who said it wasn't me. Don't kid yourself, Nick. Now, who's the one making stuff up? Maybe I can examine now that he's here, and he'll throw some. Let me ask him about the crime scene that for some reason is still roped off. Although apparently I've already looked at it. Like, why is this still like police taped off and you haven't cleaned up the stain? It was a month ago, my guy. Fucking change the tablecloth. What are we doing? Anything new I can examine? Oh, he might comment on this then. It's a rack full of fashion magazines, and they're all in French. Looks like Mr. Armstrong doesn't get any newspapers. Well, it wouldn't exactly suit the feel of the place, would it? Why don't you try wearing something a bit more chic like in these mags, Maya? Oh, we've had this conversation already. Don't recall him selling bathwater? Oh, it was right at the beginning. Full of Parisian frocks. Found that sports paper. I better try and find everything I can about it. Oh, I should present it to him then. Yeah, these over here. It's his bathwater he's trying to sell us. It's actually essential massage oils, but yeah, it's funnier if I say bathwater. What do you think of this? We found this sports paper in the magazine rack here. One of my customers must have left it behind. Do you have any idea which customer it was? The only ideas I have, mademoiselle, I say for my kitchen. Okay. I'm not a lawyer myself. I do not wish to speak out of turn. But your defense in court today was a little, how shall I say, lacking, perhaps? Even a Frenchman who cannot speak any English could have done a better job. You are very cool, though. Oh, oui, oui. So handsome. Oh, well, thank you. Alright, so this guy's not all bad. He has great taste in men. I wonder just how bad the defense could have been. Every time you opened your mouth, the whole courthouse stirred. Oh, man. That is something I don't want to imagine. Well, I got nothing else. Back to the detention center? I didn't get anything from him, really, other than some testimony. Maybe criminal... maybe Gumshoe's got something. No? Back to Wright & Co. We talked about both those. It's gotta be something here, right? But I've shown him all of my crap. And everything's checked off already for examining it. Maybe there'll be new things anyway. It's supposed to be a table the murder occurred. Guess so. With all the poison coffee. Don't go licking the tablecloth. Huh. Okay. Can I show Maggie the... I already showed her the MC Bomber thing. Can I show her the article? Oh yeah, I need to ask you about this. Hey! This article's about my case. Can you tell me anything about the guy who was pretending to be me? Yes, sir! It was the morning after I'd been arrested. I met you in the visitor's room here. You're wearing one of your super sharp suits. Have you presented all the evidence to Maggie? I mean, I thought I did. Me? Yes, you, Mr. Wright. Arg. Hey, Maggie, was my evil double Ayam there too? Yeah, no, I don't remember phoning you. We had this conversation. She brought that up before. Got really worked up and passionate. I'm gonna get you cleared of this crime. Yeah, you had like a Brooklyn thing going on. I mean, realized the guy wasn't me. I guess looking back, it was a little strange. Only a little. Yeah, we had this conversation already. And I definitely showed her the paper, which is why we talked about MC Bomber, and that spawned Gene Armstrong. And I showed her my badge. She said, "Is it real?" or something. Did I break anything yet? No! Unbelievable. One second, gotta do something. There you go. Now it's canon. I guess I could show Maya some stuff. What do you think of this? MC Bomber. Classic. And don't forget the 100,000 too. There's something about that name, MC Bomber. Yeah, it's a pretty unusual name. Everyone's worried about bombs these days, I guess. I'm not sure that has any bearing on anything related to this case. Anyway, we should really look into this some more. I can't believe you've got an impersonator. I can't either. But look on the bright side. Only famous stars have people impersonating them. This isn't funny, Maya. It's not just an impersonation. This guy stole my identity. It's a serious crime, Maya. And someone may have been wrongly convicted as a result. Guess you should have gone into showbiz, huh, Nick? I would never understand how your mind works, Maya. That was not helpful. Oh, wait, hold on. Charlie! A quite decorative plant. He's sort of a keepsake. Something to remember Mia by. Sure, the office is a mess, but I never forget to water this little fella. Backbone of the office. He makes more money than anyone else combined. These are detectives' desks. There are computers and files on each one. Funny. They're a lot tidier than I expect. I guess the detectives don't understand a lot of time, or spend a lot of time at their desk. Oh, I know what I have to do. It just occurred to me. Back to Tribulations. Profiles. Here we go. Actually, I have to present all the profiles to you just in case it's important. Although I should probably wait until the guide mentions to do so. I am strictly following a guide for this stupid achievement to learn all of his French words. Maggie was a policewoman once, n'est-ce pas? Yes, but she had to quit for... What the hell? It fell. Oh, a cable just fell off my desk. What the hell? She had to quit for reasons beyond her control. Oui, oui. She was the suspect in the murder investigation, no? Oh, you knew about that? That is why I gave her le perfume for le happiness. Happiness perfume. Oui. Blended from bergamot, like I have given to you before. There it is, it's bathwater. But she's been arrested again, and found guilty this time. This is true. A natural aroma of unhappiness must have been very strong. Just admit it! Your perfume is bullshit! I am not surprised she was le prime suspect, after something like that took place before my very eyes. Something like what? What's this guy talking about? Does this mean Maggie did have a motive? We've got to ask this guy for more info. Stat. God, if only these were logical questions we could have come to without needing to present him a profile. When Maggie took the coffee over to the victim, did anything happen? I suppose you could say so. So what happened? No, it was nothing. Look, Maggie says she didn't even know the guy. But she's still been indicted for murder. The prosecution must have come up with some kind of motive. Oui, it is true. Is there anything at all between Maggie and the victim? It could be relevant. So please, tell us anything you know. God damn you, you beautiful man. Cyclops! No way. What are we gonna do, Nick? We'll just have to remove... What the... What's wrong? The Magatama. It's gone. I noticed it wasn't in my inventory, or like my case profile, but I assumed it's because it wasn't relevant yet. I was like, can I present him the Magatama? No, okay, I only have my badge and some shit. Huh? I had it in my pocket, but it vanished into thin air. What? But I can see the Cyclops. Maybe that means the Magatama's close by. Mr. Armstrong, could I just confirm something with you again? The table where the victim was sitting, was anyone else sitting there? That is a question you have to ask him yourselves. Huh? Him? The old man spends all of his time dans le parc. Le parc? Oh, a park. What park's that? Behind the restaurant, it is called Vitamin Square. Thank you. Je vous en prie, ma dear. Let's go check out Vitamin Square right now, Nick. Where the fuck's my Magatama? God damn it. This guy took it from my pocket and he's gonna shove it up his butt. Or grind it up and put it in his bathwater. Or worse, sell it back to me. I don't have any money. Vitamin Square. Fruit! So this is Vitamin Square. Yeah, I see where they get the name for it now. The fruits scream vitamins at you. Hey, Nick. Do the fruits scream vitamin at you? Why is the banana the one you have to mount and ride, huh? You want to tell me that? How come you're making kids and people sit on a fucking banana and go for a ride? Just don't draw that, Capcom. What are you thinking? That's the guy, right? Isn't that the old man Mr. Armstrong was talking about? That grouchy-looking grandpa? He's throwing seeds out for pigeons. He's not throwing seeds for them. He's throwing seeds at them. God, oh my god. Bro, what the hell happened to your nose, my guy? That is a hell of a bee sting you got going on. This guy has a bigger nose than Atme. Ooh. Hard to say. Definitely a fatter nose than Atme, but if you take the surface area, Atme's like out to here. Like if he turned too quickly, he could blind a man. In terms of surface area, it depends how round this is. My grumpiness threat level has been raised to red. Excuse me, I'm a lawyer. Excuse me, sir. Could I just ask you about this? Sir? That's a pretty big nose. Old man. Short guy, lanky, throwing pigeon seeds around. Got kind of like a marching music to it. Here you go, boy. Have some pigeon feed sound to you. This was exactly what I was hoping to get out of the guy. Alright. Favorite DS game ever? The World Ends With You is up there. Ghost Trick Phantom Detective's up there. I mean, the Pokemon games on DS are pretty classic, but, yeah. What is it? Elite Beat Agents, pretty good. Excuse me. Would you mind if I had a word with you?
Yes!
I just want to ask you a couple questions.
What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? Can't you see I'm busy?
That's better. It's better if I plug my nose.
So you like my seeds, eh, pigeons?
He's really chucking those seeds at them. That's gotta hurt.
Go on, eat this.
Excuse me, sir. Can I ask you about Maggie Bird?
I don't know any Maggie Bird.
Yes, you do. Maggie, the waitress at Tribulations.
Ha! It's a disgrace, I tell you. An utter disgrace.
A disgrace?
And I see a young girl revealing herself like that.
She's fully dressed. What do you mean? Revealing? You mean her uniform?
The youth of today don't have any shame. No shame, I tell you. Not 1 ounce.
Well, that's true. Shout out to my shameless people in chat.
Whatever happened to the old Bushido values of Japan, like honor and modesty?
Sir, we're in America, if you haven't noticed. I don't know why you're talking about Japan. What about me? I'm not wearing anything revealing.
Your problem is you lack any sense of grace.
Talk about hitting a girl where it hurts. Do you go to Tribulations a lot?
Huh, that miserable excuse for a restaurant? That garbage they serve in there is not food. Where's the sushi? The tempura? The rice?
Well, probably not in a French restaurant, you fuck. Also, we're in America, so... Tribulations is a French restaurant, sir. We find if the localizers change to talk about the old values of California. Where's the old values of honor from old California? Back in the gold rush era. Where's the rattlesnake, the coyote, the trail grit?
Where do you think we are, boy? In Paris? I want real food, not these snooty snacks. And what about those shameless girls?
You mean the waitresses?
You can see all the way up to there. Yes, the waitresses.
What, their knees? How short's the skirt?
They're practically naked. It's a disgrace, isn't it? Well, isn't it?
I don't know. I mean, there are restaurants like that, if that's your thing. Listen, it's not my restaurant. Also that, like, I'm not gonna tell them how to dress. Also, why do you go there if you hate it so much, old man?
It's a miserable excuse for a restaurant, that place. Miserable!
He certainly knows the place. It must be a regular. But if he hates it so much, why does he keep going? Are you a regular at the restaurant, sir? It's just, if you dislike it so much, why would you keep going there? Sir?
There you are, you filthy pigeons. You want some food? Ha! Take that!
He must be hiding something, right? Yeah, I think he likes his, if you can call them short, skirts. If he is, I should be able to see a Cyclock or two. Oh, wait. I don't exactly have the Magatama right now, huh? Remember, Nick, the Magatama is only on loan. You better find it, or else. If Pearls ever gets wind of this, I'm gonna be in a world of pain. At least present some stuff. Profiles, baby. What do you think of... I guess Armstrong and Maggie are the important ones. We get full art of Maggie in the waitress outfit. The skirt goes to mid-thigh. This guy can't handle those sexy ankles and knees. Noki, please, slow down. This is a Christian stream. Don't need you peddling your smut here. Excuse me, sir. Could I ask you a question about this? Oh, wow, he won't even answer. Maybe Maggie. Yeah, it's the same thing. Maggie? Oh, wow. Why are you in my... You're dead 2 years. How are you relevant? I guess I'll examine. I used to love sandboxes like this. You wouldn't... I used to love sandboxes like you wouldn't believe. Really? You? Sure. Finding iron fillings in the sand with a magnet was my favorite thing to do. He's an old timer that was considered revealing back in the day. Yeah, but also, shut up and get over it, is my argument for that guy. Bowser's Inside Story? Ah, Jeppo, big fan of Vor, huh? Cool. Iron fillings? Wow, that's too exciting for words. It was my ambition to collect every single shred of iron in the sandbox. I was such a kid back then. So did you manage to get all the iron? No, I never did. I think I came close, though. Come to think of it, I still have all the iron fillings I found way back when. You want them? No! Weird conversation. This place is so fruity. Maya, please. That's not a bad thing. Besides, I love apples. They're among my favorites. Then that apple slide is perfect for you. And what is so perfect about it? Well, you said you like apples, and it's an apple. Come on, don't be a stick in the mud. Slide down a few times. Go on. Woo! No way! I'd get covered in sand if I slid down that. Anyone can see. Yeah, you're right. Otherwise, I'd give it a try, too. I mean, you could just land with your feet on the sand. You'd probably get a bit of sand on your pant cuffs, I suppose. Vitamin Square, apple slide, pigeons. Unwound Future. I don't know that one. Hey, look, pigeons. Oh, I also like the couple of the WarioWare games on DS are very fun. Not DIY, where it was like, build your own, and I'm like, this fucking blows. But Gold was very fun. That's a 3DS one, I think, though. Whatever. Yeah, and heaps of them. Did you know that pigeons are a symbol of peace? I thought doves were. Yeah, that's a dove, not a pigeon. Poor things. So they can't be symbols of peace and harmony just because they're gray? Boy, the R in that word is carrying a lot of weight. I thought she was going to say something else. Woo! Is that it? You're overthinking this one by just a smidge, Maya. What is the guy on the cover of the job listing doing? He's got like a bike helmet, but he's throwing hands. Is it like, job listing, be a member of Tekken today? You know what? In Capcom world, it might be. Who knows? Oh, Professor Layton. The only Layton game I ever played, I played a little bit of the first one way back in the day, but Phoenix Wright versus Professor Layton was the only Layton one I ever really touched. I'd like to play the Layton games. They seem like fun. Ooh, there's a magazine here. It's a magazine full of job listings.
You disgusting rogue, picking up something someone else threw away.
Threw away? Did you throw this away? Are you looking for a job?
That's none of your business.
Sorry, I guess I'll just take the magazine with me then.
I don't want anyone else having it. Give it back.
Too bad, now that you want it so bad, I don't want to give it up. Phoenix, why are you being such a stinker?
Hey, that's mine!
Being a real fucking jerk about it. You'll suggest them? Cool. Look at this orange reminds me. Of what? They are supposed to eat a lot of them to ward off colds in the winter. Is that true? I've never heard that. Vitamin C is good for you, which is in orange juice, but I've never heard about colds in the winter. You can't have fun during the holidays if you're sick in bed, you know? You don't have to tell me twice. Okay. That was a chat, I guess. Anything to say about this? Nope. Okay, well, I still don't have my Megatama. Back to Tribune. Did I get a profile for the old man? I did not. I guess he hasn't introduced himself, eh? Mademoiselle. Yes? Are you looking for le job? What? No, I was just... Let me see. Your style is un peu different, but you have a good face. Different? Felicitations, you have passed. I will hire you. Bien, come with me. I will teach you everything I know. Nick, help! Well, at least now Maya's getting paid. I don't know whether to laugh or feel bad for Maya. Maybe I should do both. You could, you know, stop it from happening. Anything? Oh, I can examine your new. It's really tight behind the cash register counter. Can Mr. Armstrong even get in there? That is quite small, and he is quite large. And if he got in, could he get out again? There's a bunch of little trinkets on a shelf by the door. I bet Mr. Armstrong collected all these personally. Oh wow, everything's new. It's a rack full of fashion magazines, and they're all in French. Ugh, all the clothes in these are absolutely atrocious. Some of them have been circled in red. I really hope Mr. Armstrong is not thinking of buying those. I wish I could examine the photo of him on the wall. Oh dear. Yeah, it's all new. Mr. Armstrong must be a pretty big meat freak. He already has his table ready to go. Now, if only the food in this place was edible. You haven't tried any of the food. What do you mean? PAX East did a list of essential DS games, and somehow Picross 3D got on the list. I mean, iconic, right? They have to be new. All the old conversations involving Maish isn't here now. It's true. The audience did pitches, try and add games onto the list. Oh, like I said, my favorites, World Ends With You or Ghost Trick Fam Detective. I guess the Phoenix Wright ones are also DS games, right? But, you know. When I think DS game and, like, quintessential or favorite, it kind of has to involve the touchscreen in a meaningful way. And The World Ends With You and Ghost Trick are very good at involving the touchscreen. I have DS games over there, a big old pile of them, over on my game shelf, which you can kind of see. It's that one right there. It's a little bit of my game shelf right there. But, yeah, it is what it is. Rhythm Heaven? I was more of an Elite Beat Agents kind of guy. This must be the table where the poisoning occurred. The stain tells the story well. The whole area is still cordoned off with police tape. I guess it must still be under investigation. It's been a month. The case is closed. Looks pretty cold outside in the streets. Peaceful, though. It's nice. It's nice that people can take it easy after the holiday rush. That's that. Suppose I'll move. Oh. New. Like the investigation games? Oh, Edgeworth? Yeah, they're pretty good. But again, it's not really quintessential that they be on the DS. It's nice they're on the DS, but like Ghost Trick or World Ends With You, they work best on the DS. And yeah, they put World Ends With You on the Switch, but it's hot garbage, and they put Ghost Trick on everything else. But it's not as fun, you know, as the touch screen dragging the little thing around when you're using joysticks. Maybe with a mouse it'd be alright, but looks like they have Maggie in questioning. I guess I've pretty much asked her everything. I'll come back if there's anything else I need to ask her later. Hotel Dusk, never played it. Gotta investigate the guard and the camera. Oh, yeah. Not so much the camera, but the guard is iconic in almost every game. This guard monitors the visitor's room. There's nothing for him here to do right now, so he's catching some vertical Z's. This guy's in every game of the original trilogy, I mean. Smile, you're on candid camera. I guess I'm going to assume Gumshoe's out and about at this point. Yeah. Well, pal, have you found the evidence yet? The one that's going to find her innocent? No, not yet. We only just started investigating. Well, whatever you need to know, I'll give you the dirt on it. I'm putting off all my other cases for now, pal. Mystery Dungeon Explorers. Oh, yeah, Mystery Dungeon. I've only ever played, Red Rescue Team, and it doesn't hold up. When I was a kid, it was super fun. I tried it again. Doesn't hold up. That was the one on the Game Boy Advance. It's very repetitive, very samey. I think they sort of perfected it with, like, you said, Explorers. Yeah, Explorers of Time and Darkness, I think is one. And I think there's one other one. There's, like, there was Red Rescue and Blue Rescue Team. There was Explorers of Time and Darkness, and I feel like there was another one. But I might be thinking Pokemon Ranger. Sky. Okay, yeah, there was a Sky one. I always meant to try the other ones, because they're supposed to be much better, but I never got around to it. Although, Penguin has put Ranger, one of the Rangers, on my my wheel. Almia, I think. Gumshoe's really fired up about this. Oh yeah, one more thing. The wee trial's been approved. Court sittings at 10 a.m. tomorrow. And Godot's gonna be the prosecutor. Oh. Him. Who is that masked man? You're at Pokemon Ranger? Yeah, you have it on the wheel as something for me to play. You suggest them? Sure, I don't see why not. I enjoy Pokemon. Always down to play more of it. Now listen up, pal. If Maggie's found guilty again... Yes? I'll make sure you get locked up for good. Got it? Maggie Bird. So the guilty party was Maggie Bird, huh? Yeah. Back when she was on the police force. You were her mentor when she was a rookie, correct? Yeah, I kept a close eye on her. I mean, not too close, you know. Hey, what's with the funny look, pal? It was just, it wasn't anything like that. Well, sure, I was a boss when she was doing her training. But that was it. Nothing happened. Gumshoe sure is sweating up a storm over nothing. Ah, so that's it. Our big old Gumshoe has a little crush on Maggie. Real quick, what is the, that's a little young, Gumshoe. I mean, it's... I guess okay, legally speaking, but that's a little young, dude. She is 9 years your junior. At best, she would be 8 if she had a birthday before you. I don't like her or anything. Of course not. I was... Note to self, gossip with Maya about this later. Look, pal, don't tell anyone, okay? You gotta keep it a secret, got it? Sure. And would you mind not guessing what I'm thinking all the time? Hey, tell your face, pal, not me. You have to be blind not to see what's on your mind. I just remembered, yes, I can examine these guys for new shit. I've already played your favorite Pokemon spin-offs. Stadium? Blue Rescue Team version on DS was the first DS game you had. Came packed together with the DS when I bought it. Oh god, what was my first DS game? My first Game Boy Advance game was, they had weird names. Super Mario Advance 2, Super Mario World, or some shit like that. It was the Super Mario World port onto the Game Boy Advance. It was the first video game I ever owned. First one I played. First Game Boy Advance game, obviously. Coliseum and Gale of Darkness. Oh, yes, I did play those. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers. This guy is so good. Yeah, I want to play it. Huh, what was my first DS game? I got the DS... It wasn't Super Mario 64 DS, but that was very early. Might have been... No, Diamond came out so much after the DS. DS was like 2006. Then again, it might have been a second before I got a DS, honestly. It might have been Pokemon Diamond. Just because it was... I think it was a few years after the DS came out, I got the DS. I still had a Game Boy for a while. Like, when I played Pokemon Red Ranger, I was still rocking the Game Boy Advance, but the DS was out because it released alongside Pokemon... Or Red Ranger. Red Rescue Team, at least alongside Blue Rescue Team. According to the wiki, Dustin Prince is 30, so it seems Maggie attracts older men. I guess, yeah. She might like older men. This must be Chief of Detectives here. He's glued to his computer screen. What? Poison coffee waitress gets retrial? I knew it! I knew there was something funny about the taste of this coffee. Okay, who brought this coffee to me today? Hands up! Yeesh, have a little faith in your subordinates. Quit surfing the net, Chief. Sorry, I was just, things feel pretty tense in here. These are my two favorite background characters. The Chief is always up to something ridiculous, and this guy's always practicing lines. I love him. Didn't get your DS immediately either. Remember Pokemon Diamond and Pearl were being advertised to come out soon when you got your DS. Yeah, I remember the commercials for that in the US were, God, this is a weird trip down memory lane. Dialga and Palkia were, like, looming over each other against a city backdrop, but they were real. And they were about to fight, and then, you know, the music's all tense and building up, cutting between this plastic Palkia and this plastic Dialga standing in front of a city. And the camera zooms back out, and it's two kids with styluses playing it, because they were advertising if you pre-ordered, you could get a Dialga or a Palkia stylus. And that was, yeah, I remember that commercial very clearly. What a time to be alive. But yeah, I'm just gonna say Diamond was my first DS game because I can't think of what the hell else it would be. That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. Hitting the gas is like hitting the fast forward button on your life. No, that's too obscure. You don't really get the you'll die before your time idea. I need something more direct, something a bit more lighthearted. Something like hitting the gas is your passport to paradise. No! He must be coming up with slogans for a safety campaign. I guess? Yeah, even Phoenix is like, dude, that's a bad slogan. Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. Yeah, I had that one too. A classic. The commercials for that were insane. It was a bunch of dads in like a how to raise a baby class, but the babies had like crash test helmets on them. They were all dolls, obviously. 2 tickets to paradise. Sick Eddie Money reference, Nathan. By which I mean the creatures, but you know. Yeah, the babies had like helmets on and they would fire them out of cannons at each other. It was a weird fucking commercial, but that was back when people had fun with commercials. Anyway. So I was wondering, could you fill me in on the victim? Glenn Elg. Or backwards, Glenn Elg. That's a little disappointing. He was a computer programmer. I see. A programmer. He was a regular Joe working for a small-time computer firm. Maggie never had any contact with the guy before that day. And all she did was take him his coffee on the day of the murder, pal. Yeah, Maggie also claimed to have never seen the guy before. Did the victim go to the restaurant often? Not according to the chef. Said it was the first time he'd seen the guy. A programmer and a first-time customer at that. What possible reason could Maggie have had to kill a guy like that? That's what I thought. But a motive was still somehow established in a trial. You're kidding! What was her supposed motive? Sorry, pal. I'm real busy. I haven't even got enough time to sift through the papers. Commercials were interesting back then. They were fun. We're loving the old school Ratchet and Clank commercials. Oh, hell yeah, with the dude in the Ratchet suit. With, like, all the weapons at a bomb range or something. It was great. That was Insomniac's thing. Well, I guess... No, because Crash Bandicoot was the guy in the suit, but that was Naughty Dog. Insomniac was Spyro. But yeah, Crash Bandicoot was a dude in a foam suit, and Ratchet and Clank had the dude in the foam suit. Was there a dude in a foam Joel suit beating up zombies for The Last of Us? And if not, why not? And more importantly, was there a dude in a foam Nathan Drake suit beating up foreigners? And if not, why not? I love that meme, by the way, that Nathan Drake is secretly racist, because he's constantly beating up a bunch of foreigners. Unfortunate reality of the games. Your DS is one of those events I retain quite a lot of memories about. Yeah, I'll be honest, I think I got it for Christmas, but I much remember getting my Game Boy Advance more significantly. I remember getting my Wii very significantly. That was a big deal. PS2 was also a big deal. Insomniac did some as well for Spyro with the sheep protesting against Spyro. I remember that. Yeah, now that you mention it, I remember that. Iconic commercial. Look into it yourself, okay? What could this motive have been? This isn't really a proper investigation. I'm kind of working on it by myself. Oh, that's right. The judge already ruled on the case, and the evidence is in already. The only problem is with Maggie's testimony. Yeah, doesn't sound very good for us, huh? Look, pal, I've got a mountain of papers on this case to look over before tomorrow. So I'm just gonna say this. Maggie Bird's no liar. She's... Okay, so she's a bit out there and a bit off base sometimes. But she's a good cop. That's not exactly complimentary, you know. So, what do you think really happened? And just how contradictory is her testimony? The biggest problem with Maggie's testimony is the number of people at the table. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. There I am. Maggie still insists there was another guy sitting with the victim. Right, but get this. Everyone else in the place says the guy was alone. Even the chef. And then there's that CD. CD? Oh, she did mention something about a CD. Flashback. But our guys turned the place upside down. There was no CD. Why does Maggie have such a different retelling of what happened? What? Not on the table, not anywhere in the whole restaurant, pal. But didn't Maggie say the victim was wearing an earpiece, too? Yeah, but that was for portable radio in front pocket of his hoodie. A radio? He didn't have a CD player? You got it. Your phony never will explain that contradiction at all. Come to think of it, the owner of Tribulations didn't mention the CD either. I don't know why, but I get the feeling Mr. Armstrong's got something to hide. So, here's Glenn. This programmer, Maggie apparently never even seen him before. Wait, this guy. The chef of Tribulations, huh? I can't remember who'd I romance in the Awakening playthrough. Lonk, right? Travis Willingham's character, I want to say. Visit this one really big store in a small town in Finland, big enough that's going to it is an event. Wow. And they had a hotel that, hotel that we stayed at. Bought your DS from there on the trip. And on the way home, had car problems. I remember sitting outside the car repair shop playing DS while I waited for the car to be fixed. Yeah, that's a key memory. I got some ones like that. I remember, not necessarily that, but I do remember, like, beating Mario & Luigi Partners in Time. I remember a lot, because that was a game I was really grinding to try and beat. I remember when I beat certain bosses in that game. That's one I kind of want to play on stream, just because, you know, it'd be fun to revisit that, maybe. Ages since I played it. I don't even know if I have that game anymore. You know what the chef said to me? Ooh-ah-wah, your body is full of what toxins. And then he gave me this bathwater. What's in it? I don't want to know. The label says juniper. I'm under orders to put a few drops in my bath every day. Under orders? Yeah, you know, there's something about that lady. I mean, guy. Huh? You can't stop thinking about him. Not like that, pal. Give me a break. He's not my type. I mean, I can't stop thinking about how he's involved with this case somehow. Sounds like he knows a little something more of our charming chef. Alright, well, let's go, let's go ask, Mr. Armstrong and maybe the old man about, oh, he's still not here. The old man? Nah, nothing. Alright, so I still need to hit Gumshoe with something then. Favorite 3DS game? Fire Emblem Awakening's up there. The 3DS at that point, I was kind of getting over the whole, you know. I personally always thought it should remain 2D, baby, but, so I was a bit over it. Awakening's up there. What else have I got on the 3DS? Let's go up a generation, yeah. Certainly not the Pokemon games. Pokemon took a dive after they stopped being 2D. Dream Team? Nah, I never played Dream Team. 3DS? Oh, the Charming Chef, I see. The Ace Attorney games on 3DS ain't bad. Metal Gear Solid 3D, never played it. I do have the, well, I didn't get Delta, but I have the HD collection for Xbox, which is backwards compatible. So, you know. But, no, I never played it on 3DS. I never liked the idea of porting games that weren't originally touchscreen controlled onto a 3DS. It felt very limiting to me. It seemed like a waste of time. It's an inferior console, in my opinion. Handheld and plug into a TV should be very different. Part of me wants to go over and look at my games and be like, alright, what do we got here? But, yeah, all I can think of is really Awakening. I know I played that a bunch on the 3DS. So what exactly is the caught your attention about the chef at Tribulations? It's, kind of hard to say. I bought your 3DS when helping your sister move to Pennsylvania. Went to a mall to help her get some stuff. Afterwards decided to buy a 3DS at GameStop. You know, since you were in the neighborhood. And it led to my bank shutting off my card since I made a purchase outside my usual area. The London 2012 game on 3DS was great. Sonic at the Olympics? If you say so. Kinda hard to say. The guy's probably not even connected with the case anyway. It happened at his restaurant, what do you mean? Come on, detective. Don't say you'd give me the... Didn't you say you'd give me the dirt on anything? Well, this sort of stuff is kinda unimportant, gossipy stuff. You know, pal? Yeah, it's girls' night, Gumshoe. Let's chat the shit. Ahem. I meant to do chit-chat, or chat the shit, and turned into chat the shit. They had a story mode. Yeah, well, okay. I never bothered with any of the Olympic Games. The writing's really good. I'm gonna be skeptical, but not immediately dismiss that. Look, how about this? You go to Twabia and investigate the place yourself. And if you find out anything suspicious about the guy, you report it back to me, okay? Don't suppose they get a choice in this, huh? Guess I better find out more about the chef at Tribia and report back to Gumshoe. Alright, now I can move. Especially Eggman. Sorry, that's on me. Okay. Nope. Miracle Mask was okay. No idea what that is. I hated that bank as they would not provide you any sort of notification when they show off your card to purchase outside the usual area, which led to some awkward moments. Yeah, I bet. Thinking the same one as you. It's not a good game. Sonic at the 2012 London Olympics, or whatever it was called. It had a long, very long name. I could present him my evidence, I guess. Hey, do you know I'm a lawyer? Is that thing real, pal? Why does everyone keep asking me that? I wonder what this phony of yours looks like. He had Maggie found guilty of murder. Doesn't that tell you? I've got to track this creep down. I wasn't at the trial myself, but I asked this one detective I know how your defense was. And what did he say? He started off by saying, I'm at a complete loss for words. But he must have found some quick, because he went on about how bad you were for an hour. But he said you sucked so much it seemed like you were trying to get Maggie found guilty. Looks like I was trying to get Maggie found guilty. What's that? A sports paper? Yeah, I found it in the magazine rack at Tribia. It's dated the same day as the murder. You may be onto something here. And look at this. See the writing here? MC Bomber. Hey! What is it? I've heard that name somewhere before. Yeah, MC Bomber. Wow. He actually seems to be thinking for once. Ah, it's no good. I can't remember. And he goes back to being the Gumshoe we all know and love. Rhythm Thief? Oh, I've seen gameplay of Rhythm Thief. It looks cool. Generations 3. Maybe it was, haven't played it. Oh, I played Generations on PC when it came out. Hey, pal, I'm gonna borrow this paper for a bit, okay? I want to get a handwriting analysis done on this scribble. Handwriting, huh? It'd be good to know more about that in any case. Thanks, pal. I bet this will turn out to be an interesting clue. Okay. Gonna make it this? Yeah, unrelated. Okay. Yeah. Make it this? Okay. Have you gone to see Maggie? Of course I have, but I wasn't much good at consoling her. I'm not very good with words. Oh. Yeah, I guess I must have looked a bit down. Maggie was really supportive of me. It was great to have someone to talk to. Did he go for her or for himself? I'm such a loser. Same. Dual Destinies? Yeah, Dual Destinies is good. I had high hopes for Maggie. I was gonna make her the best detective there ever was. Then all of a sudden, she was charged with murder in the West. I never saw it coming. I never imagined they'd find her guilty. I hate myself for not being able to do anything. It's okay, Detective Gumshoe. We still have a chance to make this right. You know what? You're not such a bad guy after all, pal. Yeah, no, I'm not! We're not enemies! Alright, now that I've given him the paper, I bet something's changed. I think that was a trigger for something. Yep, okay. Meta game different to Eggman. You were saying Eggman isn't good. Is there a game called Eggman? Never heard of it. You might be thinking of Billy Hatcher. Classic GameCube game. He's the best Sonic character? Please. Clearly you're thinking of Charmy the Bee when you say best Sonic character. The scent of flowers sure is strong. It's almost making me dizzy. Oh. Hi. Adam's family, what are you doing here? Hello? And she's gone. Okay, then. Who was that just now? A customer? Blaze the cat. My favorite's actually Vector, because he talks like an idiot and loves money. In all his profiles in like the sports games, it says he loves money. It's like, same, brother. Chris Thorndike from Sonic X, you're making words up. Vector. Nathan, my boy. Mod that, man. Ah, welcome. B Avenue. Wow, what a cute voice. Aw, she looks very weird not in her robes, but she looks cute. Oh, it's just you, Nick. Maya? Well, how do I look? Maybe you should quit being a spirit medium. Maybe, but it's kind of boring being a waitress. I mean, you're my first ever customer. Then who was that woman I just saw? Oh, since you're here, you might as well have something to eat. I am kind of hungry, actually. So how do you like your new job, Maya? I never knew there was so much for a waitress to do. Take people's orders, bring them their food, make coffee, work the cash register. Force me a customer before I can do any of that. Yeah, it's a nice looking restaurant. It's a shame more people don't come. Don't forget about the ultra cute waitresses. Or waitress. I'm gonna say, give me a tip, smile. Or check out my give me a tip smile. Tipping! It's bullshit! Hello, we're restaurants. We worked out a scam so we don't pay our employees. And that's it. That's what tipping is. Hey, Nick, why don't you order something? The chef's preparing a tasty lunch set at the moment, or so he says. How much is it? It's the twin tea set, so it's $20, of course. It's not bad, I guess. Twin tea set? I believe. I'll be taking a pass on that. It's kind of $20. Nick, it's lunch. I'm taking a pass on that. What? But you can't. Come on, Nick. It's not every day I get to be a waitress. I want to try carrying plates and working the cash register. How about cleaning the toilets? That should keep you busy. Yeah, right. Maybe later. About the lunch. Oh, a fine choice, sir. No! Kitchen, a lunch special, please. With the extras, drink, side salad, dessert, and gift. I don't need any of that. Just a moment, please, sir. Let's change favorite PS2 game. Oh, let me think. Okage Shadow King. Duh. Like, really? Besides Okage. Big fan of Ratchet and Clank, the original. Sly 2, very strong in my memory. Psychonauts, classic. Love that on PS2. Final Fantasy X is pretty good. It's like my third favorite, maybe fourth Final Fantasy? 9, 7, 14, 10. 14 and 10 swap around a lot. So how much is in this lunch, set lunch then? $20? But with the drink, side, salad, and dessert, it's $45! That's, alright, that's getting a bit pricey for lunch. Hey, wait a sec, Maya! Sorry to keep you waiting, sir. Oh, God. Here's your deluxe Fortify lunch set. Whoa. A dish inspired by lobster with abalone fricassee and a balsamic vinaigrette. Bon appetit. Thanks. Come on, Nick, hurry up and try it already. Lobster, huh? Alright, down the hatch it goes. Kingdom Hearts 2? Ooh, OG Persona 4. Ooh, that's a cut. Final Fantasy 12, a polarizing one. Kingdom Hearts 2, I'll play that one day. I gotta play the good one, Chain of Memories, followed by 358/2 before I play Kingdom Hearts 2. Since apparently even in the Legacy collections, they're like, yeah, 358/2 is that. Play that one first. Well, are you hungry, Maya? I'm starving. Here, it's yours. Really? Sleepers for Chain of Memories are 358 over 2. Or are you saying I should play Birth by Sleep first? You gotta do Chain of Memories next. Yeah, obviously. Remember, Maya, my wallet doesn't print money, so you better polish off that plate. I just remembered. I've got to clean the toilets. Whew, so the food ain't great, huh? Hey! You can't be in that much of a hurry to clean the toilets. Tribune lunch special. Costs $20 despite how unbelievably bad it tastes. Oof. Ouch. Dark Cloud. Oh, fuck. Dark Cloud, dude. Holy shit. What a game. Oh, Shadow of the Colossus. Another classic PS2 game. Iconic. Love that game. How does that guy manage to make good food taste so bad? Hey, Nick, you want to take a peek at the kitchen? In the kitchen, huh? Not a bad idea. Yeah, sure. Let's see it. Coldcept. Don't know that one. Silent Hill 2. Iconic. Resident Evil 4. Iconic PS2 game. Now, what was it Maggie said again? In the kitchen, you'll get all the chef's greatest secrets. In the kitchen? That sounds tasty. Can we move to the kitchen, or? Hey, wait, Maya! What is it? I'm pretty busy right now. Weren't you gonna show me around? There goes my plan to find some cool clue and show it off in your face. I better conduct a search in the kitchen myself. Can I move there now? I can, cool. Tulip. Oh yeah, I played Dark Cloud ages ago. Tulip's a weird one. Katamari, we heart Katamari, not Katamari Damacy. There's a superior Katamari game, please. Tribune kitchen. Good lord, this kitchen. Like, come on, dude, what are we doing? Yo, what the fuck? My Magatama's there. Here it is, the famous Tribune kitchen. Oh, there's all this bathwater. It's my first time in here too, actually. Oh, weird atmosphere in here, that's for sure. Mr. Armstrong will be back soon, so we better start searching quickly. Chop, chop. Alright, well, we'll save that for, you know, dessert. We'll start with the appetizer over here. Oh my god, Mr. Mosquito. Haven't thought about that in ages. What's this? Looks like a treasure chest or something. There was a game I played way back in the day. I got it in a bargain bin. I forget what it was called. It was something like Action Girl or Action Woman, something like that. And the way it advertised was all the shots in the back of the game was this 50-foot tall woman in a bikini stomping around destroying the city. And I was like, that's hilarious. Japan, you've done it again. I'll take it. And then I got home and played it. And God Hand's great, by the way, unrelated. I got home and played it, and it turns out the game was not you're a giant 50-foot woman in a bikini destroying the city, which would have been great. That would have been a very fun game. It was you're a camera crew filming a giant 50-foot woman attacking a city in a bikini. And suddenly I went, oh, this isn't a fun destroy things game. This is somebody's fetish. And I felt very weird playing it after that. I did not play it for much longer. It was a weird game. Do not recommend it. Okami? Never. I said good games, please. What's this? It looks like a treasure chest or something. Wow. Look at all these little bottles. Oh, they're aromatherapy oils. He's got so many they're overflowing onto the floor. Wow, it might actually be a multi-level marketing scheme. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 98, 99, 100. They're all the same, too. Hey, wait a minute. What is it? There's one bottle that's different from all the others. Well, what do you know? It doesn't have a label on it either. And doesn't smell. So, what's this liquid inside, I wonder? Hey, Nick, we should borrow this. I mean, look how many bottles he's got. He won't miss one, will he? Small bottle. Shape is different from the others. Contents unknown. The Warriors, Bully, Outrun 2006. Killer 7's a good game, albeit a little weird. It's very weird. Respected from Suda 5-1. One of the list of games I'll play. Yep. They, Vice City, San Andreas, GTA 3, all iconic, classic games. What is it? True Crime Streets of LA. Iconic for slightly different reasons, but very fun at the same time. Now this is one large mirror. I bet this is where he makes himself look pretty. There's a book on the dresser. Clarence Armstrong's Bedtime Literature. Clarice. Sorry, Clarence. Clarice. Not exactly Pulitzer Prize material, is it? Looks like a collection of poems he's written. Oh, please let me read some. Cool, read one out loud. And say it in your best French accent with intensity, okay? Okay, here's one. It's called Printemps. The two of them like actors from a film. The coffee still undrunk. Sweet nothings over too soon. On that sad Saturday morning. The foolish cocktail so delicious. Take the last sip of your tea, and I know what I will do. I must lie to you. I must. Huh? That's it? Yup, that's a poem for you. Alright, so he's bad at poetry. Got it. And Liberty City Stories. That was PSP, right? Liberty City Stories. And maybe got a PS2 port, but I believe it was PSP originally. What are these lace curtains for? I don't know, but they give the place a real homey feel, don't they? Lace curtains. You know, if I was a cooking pot, I'd be perfectly happy to sit on a shelf under those. How do you respond to something like that? Correct. Yakuza 1. Well. Not the first Yakuza game I ever played, so... First one I ever played was 4 back in the day. Then I caught up on some of the other ones. That smells good. Something's bubbling away nicely in that pot. Must be the lobster and the abalone fricassee with the balsamic vinaigrette. Isn't that what I just ate for lunch? Maybe. What you ate is the only French dish I know the name of. Sure. Now I know I'm in a French restaurant. I've never even heard of most of these seasonings. Hey Nick, this container has oyster sauce. What's that? Isn't that used in Chinese food? Ah! Look! Right there on the counter. My Magatama! My Magatama! What's it doing there? What indeed? He, recovered from kitchen of Tribulations. He a pickpocket, this guy? Little bit of a cut purse, a little bit of a sneaky boy. Minakiyama, love him. Yeah, he's the first player character in that game. Now I know I'm in a French restaurant, never heard of these seasonings. Oyster sauce, Chinese food. And look at these knives, they're really sharp. I'd like to see how one of these slices through a cheesecake. A cheesecake? You don't exactly need a sharp knife for one of those, Nick. That's true. I believe that's everything in here. Okay. Now let's talk about, about this. Oh, okay. I might be able to get Gumshoe to analyze this. Does Maya come with me when I go places now? Who the hell's crappy-ass scooter is this? Huh, the old guy's not here anymore. Drat! And I still have some unanswered questions for him. I also, got to talk to Armstrong with the Magatama now in tow. I like how everything's been updated. Pigeons! They're just busy pecking at the seeds. They don't even notice anything else. Seeing those birds eat with such intense focus reminds me of Maya when she's scarfing down a burger. They're solid 2 and 3. Oh, the PS2 is so good. Easily some of the best games ever made are on the PS2. You don't see many parks like this anymore. PS2 is one of those consoles that, if you present it to somebody, they would absolutely have a favorite game. Like, top 10 games for everyone personally. Something from the PS2 is in that library, just because it was such a good console. Possibly my favorite console of all time. You don't see many parks like this anymore. What a great place for kids to play. But that old man's the only one here, chucking his seeds at pigeons. Is that it? That's sand. When I think back to when I was young, I wonder what I found so great about playing in a sandbox. Sandboxes were cool when you were a kid, man. You better come back here in the middle of the night one day to relive it. Don't do that. A grown man in the middle of the night in a park for children playing in the sandbox is a bad look, Phoenix. GBA. Pokemon Sapphire, Superstar Saga, Super Mario World that was ported there. On second thought, being arrested by Gumshoe would be too embarrassing to bear. Thank you. Thank you, Nick. This is where I found the job listing magazine before. A guy like me carrying around a magazine like that kind of gives the wrong impression. Golden Sun, classic. WarioWare. I never played the GBA WarioWare. I guess I better give it back to the old man once the investigation's over. Alright, and the obvious thing here. A scooter, huh? Who'd leave it right in the middle of the park like this? The wheel guard and the light are busted. I guess it must have been an accident. It's totally wrecked. Oh, Jesus. That's your bike? It's like a third the size of you, and pink. Hey, what do you think you're doing with my bike? No, I was just... Whoa! You've been messing with my new ride. Is that what you've been doing? New ride? Isn't it kind of... you're gonna pay for this. It wasn't me. I was just passing... But hey! Then who's the one that covered my saddle in crap, huh? Oh, you're gonna pay. You catch my drift. No, wait a second. I'm not a pigeon, so I couldn't have done it. A wise guy, eh? I'd beat you so hard it'll make you feel like you're smooching the express train. Song Adventure. It's Saejima. He's got a tiger. True. And he's eating a dragon. Hell of a power move with that jacket. Uh-oh. You's better watch your back. This ain't over. I'm gonna round up a group of lawyers and then you gonna pay. Actually, I'm a lawyer myself. What you say? I'm Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Phoenix Wright? You saying you, Phoenix Wright? Yeah, I am. So you a wise guy too, huh? 'Cause I'm Phoenix Wright, the one and only. Incorrect. Get a suit as an alternate costume in Spirit of Justice. Hell yeah. Why does Spirit of Justice have alternate... Oh, wait, what? Why does Spirit of Justice have alternate costumes? What? Out of my way, I gotta cruise. Rides away on the tiny little scooter. He's gone. Surely that guy wasn't my phony, was he? He wasn't anything like me. Guess I better make a note of the scooter. Ridden by my phony. The wheel guard is all smashed up. Yeah, and the mirror's bent. the one bit of bandage on the wheel guard. Oh, I know who this is. Not sure they started doing that with the 3DS games, as Dual Destinies has them as well. To what end? I assume you get them when you beat the game, but at that point, why would you need to replay the game just to see the alternate costumes?
Ha! Pathetic!
Oh, it's you.
A few threats from a little brat like that. And you look a pigeon that's got seeds in its eyes.
Have you been here the whole time, then?
I was in the strawberry. Had some thinking to do.
Yo, shout out if you've ever been thinking in a strawberry. Battle Network, get out. You get them from the start. Oh. More like you had some cowering to do. Oh yeah, I have the Magatama now. Are you regular at the restaurant, sir? It's just that if you dislike it so much, why would you keep going over there? Sir?
There you are, filthy pigeons. You want food? Ha! Take that!
There it is. I knew it. This old guy's got something to hide. But what could it be? Okay, didn't get a profile of my phony. Nothing to comment about the scooter. Which one? I played several Battle Networks. I've only played 2, but I didn't care for them, because they're not my thing. Story was fun, though. Shout out to the guy walking into a classroom followed by a penguin and just my brain shutting down because I was so not ready for that. It's time you told me the truth. Why are you a regular at the restaurant you dislike so much?
Isn't it obvious? People only have one reason to go to restaurants. To eat!
To eat? Is that the whole truth?
Well, what do you mean?
I don't think you go to that restaurant for the food at all.
You insolent brat! How dare you accuse me? What proof have you got?
I can tell you that I can tell that not you nor anyone else in the world would go to a place for its food because it's terrible. A little harsh, but there it is. Dual Destinies has for Phoenix's classic suit the pink sweater, hell yeah. For Apollo, casual clothes. I have no idea what those could possibly look like. For Athena, the uniform from the school. Oh, that's cute. From the third case of that game. That's cute. No idea what casual clothes Apollo would look like. That dude was made for vests. The proof is in the pudding, or in this case, the lunch menu.
That's a 20 cent.
The food at Tribulations is terrible, and kind of expensive.
You're wrong. It's cheap.
Huh?
I'm rich. I inherited money when I was a boy. Yeah, I'm stinking rich. I haven't done a job of work since I was born, other than feeding pigeons.
What a load of crock.
The taste's another story, but the price, it's nothing to me.
So you're saying you go there because you've got money to burn?
Exactly. I have so much cash I can go for a swim in my money vault every day.
Alright, Scrooge, calm down. Unfortunately, that's a lie, for you are not a cartoon duck. You're a man. A cartoon man, but a man all the same. What is up with his... What's going on with his eyebrow? Like, you see how it's got like a circle there? Just above his nose? There's the bridge of his nose, but then there's like a circle coming off it where his eyebrow is. What is that about?
What?
You don't have money to burn. You're flat broke because you had a job listing. This is yours, right?
My magazine.
Why would a rich retiree be looking for a job?
I was...
Yeah, it's like part of his eyebrow. Is that a stud? What's going on there? Minish Cap. Oh my god, such a good game. I forgot about Minish Cap. Not so much Four Swords, guys. Didn't have any friends to play with. A wart, a skin tag, a tumor. No, his nose is all of those. Don't know about the eyebrow. Spirit Justice has the imposter suit. Nice. Apollo has the outfit worn by Naruhodo and Great Ace Attorney. How incredibly boring. It's just a brown suit. And Athena has the Tribulations uniform. Well, that's cute. So what you're saying is Apollo's outfits are terrible. And everyone else has cool, interesting ones.
So I was looking for a job. I'm buying a lot at the moment. I need spending money.
Oh?
I don't go to that restaurant for food. I go there for the Javachino.
Yeah, I think you mean cappuccino. Anyway, how much does a cappuccino cost there?
$8.
Wow, it's pricey. Those better be some golden beans. Like Spirit Tracks or Phantom Hourglass more? Spirit Tracks, because one, I like trains more than boats, and two, Phantom Hourglass had that problem where you kept returning to, I think it was the Temple of the Ocean, and you had to go through there in a certain amount of time, and like, you could only be in there for so long, and you had to redo all the same dungeon over and over again. Spirit Tracks got rid of the time mechanic and made it a tower, so you would just go up to another floor. Linebeck's great. True, Linebeck's great. No contest there. Linebeck is great. But just the main mechanic of the Ocean Temple was terrible in Phantom Hourglass, and the tower in Spirit Tracks is so much better.
What's your problem? You think a poor man would be better off drinking dishwater, do you? Is that it?
No, I wasn't thinking that. I was wondering if the coffee was really that great.
No, it's not. But anyway, yes, the place has free newspapers to read every day.
No, it doesn't. That's a lie. You're a lying old fucking dick. Newspapers?
Exactly. They don't want me hanging around at home, so I go there.
I'm sorry, sir. But there are no free newspapers to read at Tribune. Gumshoe took that from me. Unless I present this guy. This case was into aromatherapy. No. The magazine clipping was from something else. I don't have the newspaper back. I gotta go talk to Gumshoe. He's your favorite Zelda character? Oh, mine's probably Link. Outside of Link, I like Ganon. He's fun. Outside of the main staple of characters, like, you know, Ganon, Link, Tingle. Eslo was fun. He's a cranky old man. Midna, she was fun. The companions are always good fun. Fee from Skyward Sword. Groose probably from Skyward Sword. He's great. Yeah, okay. Hey, you're just in time. What is it, Detective Gumshoe? The Wab got back to me about the newspaper you gave me. He must mean the sports paper with the memo scribbled in it. So, what did they say? Did the analyst turn up anything? They said the doodle was written by the victim, Gwen Elg. No doubt about it. I expected as much. The victim took the paper with him to the restaurant on the day of the murder. That's our best interpretation of the facts at the moment. Alright, got it back. MC Bomber. Bruce is funny, and he had a banger theme song. Yeah. Part of me does want to play Skyward Sword. I think that's what that one is, just because, you know, Groose and Fee, but that would mean also playing Skyward Sword, one of the worst Zelda games mechanically, so. So is there wart or skin tag? Maybe. I feel like it's a common trait they put on older men in Japanese media, like the one character in Mononoke, Jigo, has a bump in the exact same spot on his eyebrow. I'll take your word for it. It's been a hot minute since I've seen Mononoke. I really remember the ending more than anything else. Oh, and the dude whose arms get ripped off by her firing an arrow, which... Fuck, dude. Just shoot him in the head. It's a better fate. Clean animation on his arms being ripped off, though. I remember that. That's Mononoke, right? That's not Nausicaa? I don't think that's Nausicaa. I get the feeling I've heard that name somewhere before. Ah, well, I guess it'll come back to me. Don't forget to report back to me whenever you want to find what's in the restaurant. I might start taking orders from Gumshoe, although I get the feeling there's something I need to show him. Yeah, probably the bottle. Mononoke, the arms being ripped off by an arrow thing. True. Ever watched Durarara? I did for I watched about a dozen episodes of that. Fell off it after a while. My favorite was, I mean, Celty was cool, the headless biker woman. But nah, I love the fucking money collector that dresses like a bartender. He's great. I love him. Ridiculous guy. You got one of those Awoma bottles too, huh? Only this one doesn't smell. Huh? I don't get you. This was mixed in with all the other aromatherapy bottles, but it's not the same. It doesn't even look the same, wouldn't you agree? A cologne bottle that doesn't smell, huh? Smells like a skunk to me, pal. Mind letting me borrow that bottle for a while? I want to send it to the lab for analysis. The victim was poisoned, so the contents of this bottle are pretty important. Small ball given to Gumshoe. I had a hunch there was something funny about that, chef. You suspect Gene Armstrong? I've got that guy's number. Oh, Gumshoe, you cad, getting his number. And I know what his secret is. I assure you it's not a secret. That must be the same secret Gumshoe was talking about before. I guess I better fill you in on the details. About this Armstrong guy's secret, I mean. Alright, talk to me. Isaiah is basically Majima. Minus the eye patch, he's also a kid. Majima's endearing because he's a grown-ass man. It's less fun when that trait's on a kid. Like the psycho mad dog sort of killer type thing. It's funnier on Majima because he's like a 40-year-old man doing this shit. Dressing up as cops and hiding in trash cans to jump out at Kiryu. So, it's Mr. Armstrong's secret. You ever had lunch at Tribulations, pal? Yes. So, how was it? To put it nicely, it was inedible. Hey, don't worry about being nice around me, pal. You and I both know the reason that place is so empty is because of the food. I mean, the place is clean and he's got a girl like Maggie as a waitress, so... Yeah, I guess it's probably the food. The real scoop on the guy is he's up to his ears in debt. Really? How much does he owe? This is a copy of his loan contract. He's about $500,000 in the red. Holy shit. $500,000? Are we talking dollars? No, hand jobs, Phoenix. Yes, dollars. Yeah. Hey, if it was stowing, he'd be in wheel trouble. $500,000 in sterling silver. Yeah. Hey, we found a guy who's worse off financially than Gumshoe, if you can believe it. Bacano's got more love than Durarara. Yeah, they've got the couple, too. Like the, what is it? The Bonnie and Clyde ass, lunatic couple that's in both of those. They were fun. Sorry, that figure just took me by surprise. Yeah, this case is full of surprises. And I'd be willing to bet that chef's got something to do with most of them. That's my hunch. Needs a loan contract. Whew. $500,000. That is pretty brutal. Anything else to talk about? No, we're good. Okay. Alright, back to the park. I know how to Maha better than you add Kiryu. What? What? I know how to MHA better you add Kiryu. I have no idea what the fuck you MHA. Mole Heddle Alchemist. My favorite anime. My Hero Academia. I never really watched My Hero. Wasn't my thing. The only animes I've really seen recently are Spy Family and I keep up with One Piece. I read Dungeon Meshi. That was fun. Because, you know, I wanted the full story and it wasn't out yet. Hey, shout out if you're watching that. You've hit... You've started the part, so congratulations. It only gets weirder. Did this already. Food's terrible. Kiryu would beat All Might? Yeah, probably. Well, not now. Kiryu's a cancerous old man. Although I think they copped out in the ending of Infinite Wealth. They're like, he has cancer, he's gonna die, but then he survived cancer. But now, because he's a cancer survivor, he's too weak to be fighting or as a playable character in the main plot, so he's just gonna be on the sidelines, giving advice and being there to react to things, and it's like, should have killed him, I think. They set up that cancer plot, and then they just bailed on it. Take a look at this.
What is it?
It's a newspaper I found behind the magazine rack at Tribulations.
So, what of it?
This was the only paper there, and it's dated more than 1 month ago.
What?
Do you see what I'm getting at here? That restaurant doesn't get newspapers. This is just one that the customer happened to leave behind. Tell me, why are you so determined to hide the truth?
I'm not hiding anything.
I'm going to have to put this guy out of his misery. Listen, the real reason why you go to the Tribune so much is... Is it because he likes them sexy ankles?
What are you asking me about the girl for?
She was the waitress at the Tribune.
Ah!
Therefore, the answer to the mystery of why an old man would drink expensive coffee at a terrible restaurant is the waitress!
Ah! I don't recognize that face.
Wow, are you so horned up you didn't even look at the face of the waitresses? And you're probably telling the truth here, because you weren't looking at the girl's face. Wow. But at her outfit. That's the truth, isn't it? You become a regular at the restaurant because of the waitress's uniform. The uniform is all you can think about, you dirty old pervert, isn't it? No one tell this guy about Hooters. I think he'd have a heart attack.
I can't take it.
To you, the waitress was your...
Enough, please, no more. Stop saying the word. Stop saying waitress. Stop it, stop it, stop it.
He likes maids. I guess. It's only... I mean, I guess it is a maid outfit, but I don't think of maid outfits as orange most of the time. I think of them as black. And white, obviously, but... And I guess that is what she's sporting, although in maid cafe, I suppose, right? Sir?
Yes, it's true. I was after the young girl. Fine, so I'm a dirty, wicked, sinful devil.
Oh. Well, alright. Case closed. Put him away, boys! No, I didn't mean it like that.
I even get one of those lousy cups of cappuccino every time for $8. All because of the serving girl. Punish me! Lock me up!
Ah, we've discovered his other fetish. Really, that's not what I'm here for.
You'll be the same. Another 20 years and you'll understand what it's like.
I'll be 40, what do you mean? In 20 years, oh my god, in 20 years I'll be 49. Ugh. Ugh. Ah. And you people will still be there. Ah.
You'll know how painful it is to be an old man like me.
No, really, listen, sir.
Stop calling me that. I have a name, you know, boy, so show some respect, huh? I'm Victor Kudo.
Sorry, Mr. Kudo.
You young ones think you know it all, don't you? Well, I'm not saying another word. I won't tell you anything anymore.
This guy was at the restaurant at the time of the incident. Which means I have to hear his testimony one way or another.
Humph.
I don't believe this. I broke his psych locks and everything. I guess I'll have to try when he's in a better mood. Well, we got a profile on him, right? Victor Kudo, 68. Has a thing for waitresses. Yo, what you think of this? Ah, nothing. Oh, it's that old man. Is he still feeding pigeons? Yeah, he fed me as well. Got a bunch of those seeds in my eye. Oh, ouch. Hey, Maya, would you mind coming with me for a while? Huh? Me? Why? There's something I really want to ask this old man. We're gonna bring Maya along. Sure, okay, I'll just get changed. No, hang on. Can you go like that? I guess? I mean, my Phoenix, she's 19. You can let her in on the plan here. Sir?
Humph, you again. Wow, I see.
Nick? His eyes are burning into me. It's okay. I think it's going perfectly well.
Huh.
Huh?
You're still just a little child. Run along and play on the slide, alright?
Play on the slide? Erg, we were so close. Just a little more and he would have spilled. Dangling Maya in front of him like a steak.
Pigeon.
How can we crack this guy? Excuse me, please, sir.
Quiet, can't you see I'm feeding the pinch?
Mia's like, got this. Arguably the stupidest use of spirit channeling we've had in a long time. Mia? You need some titties? Well, if you don't mind, sir, I'd really love to talk with you.
Yes. Of course, certainly. I'm Victor Kudo.
Now we're talking. I'd say no argument about it. Yeah. Even from beyond the grave. Wow. Have you seen Mia? Yes, even from beyond the grave. Bitch is hot. About the incident.
You mean the man who died after drinking the cappuccino?
It's like he's a different person.
It was quite a shock, even for me. He was a strange-looking boy. The girl that took the Java Cheeto over to him, you see.
And was the customer alone?
Definitely. He was the only person at the table. Then he took one sip of his Java Cheeto
And
he said something like, ah, and then collapsed. Dead.
oh, how terrifying.
Well, you're so good at listening, aren't you? I'll tell you anything, whatever you want to know.
He certainly seems to be telling the truth now. But it looks like Mr. Kudo didn't see this other man either. Huh. Well, I want to believe Maggie that there was someone else there with a CD. The CD easily could have been, like, pocketed and gone somewhere else. Huh. Other man. Maybe he hid? Like, this guy doesn't seem like he didn't even recognize the face of Maggie. Maybe he, like, came in to use the bat. Well, no. She said he served him. All I can think is that he, like, hid, like, in the bathroom or under the table or something while the man was poisoned. Do you like the food at Tribulations?
Well, of course, I'm really quite a sophisticated man. I was a young businessman once, you know. I set up a casino in London.
What are London's gambling laws like, I wonder? Really? How interesting.
Eating the food in the restaurant really takes me back to my days in France.
What a lovely story. London's in England, not France. Thank you, Phoenix.
Oh yes, France is wonderful. I'd love to show you around the city sometime. It's too much. I can't take it. I want France.
Ha ha ha. I can't believe Mia's laughing at this guy. I get the sense Mia may have charmed a client or a witness before. At least the old man integrity to be what the fuck this child you've dragged out here when seeing Maya and the waitress outfish. She is 19, but well, also he was distracted by the 23-year-old. 19's not that far off, but yeah, Maya definitely has a child vibe about her, and he's like, nah, nice try, that's a kid. Then, you know, fully fledged Mia comes out, and it's like, cartoon wolf eyes. And I get it. I mean, fuck, look at Mia, even from beyond the grave, as Phoenix said. Damn! You visit Tribulations a lot, don't you?
Of course. I mean, yes. I'd like to come and see you there.
Really? Oh, you flatter me, sir. The owner would be delighted to welcome you, I'm sure.
Be careful of that chef, my dear.
The chef? You mean Mr. Armstrong?
That's right. The man's an ex-con.
Wow, really? That guy? He's an ex-con? Whatever did Mr. Armstrong dare?
Oh no, this eyes, I can't take this.
He has really got this guy eating out of her hand. Yeah. She is a pro at this. That or, well, hardly seems like it's that challenging, but still pro at this.
He steals things from his customers.
From his customers?
Gloves, handkerchiefs, little things, mainly. He's a pilferer, so you be careful around him, my dear.
Are you sure about this?
Of course, he was arrested for it once. I was here when it happened, having my Javachino.
He really is a regular.
Let me write you a little haiku about it.
A haiku?
A Japanese poem. It'll explain all you need to know about that chef.
Convicted before. A wicked man or woman. Repeat offender. Yeah. There you go.
If he takes anything again, you let me know. If it's not too expensive, I'll buy you a replacement.
Poor guy. He couldn't do enough for Mia. Okay, Phoenix. That's about as much as I can do to help. Thanks, Mia. We got some really important information thanks to you. Honestly, I can't believe Maya called me for something like this. I like that Maya immediately was like, I know what to do. My smoking hot dead sister can help us out. Hey, it worked. Say what you want, it worked. Oh, wow. When did you change? I get that not back into Maya, but when did you change clothes? I guess it's about time we wrap up today's investigation. Had enough of being a waitress? Yeah. Plus, no one came to the restaurant. Ooh la la, Mademoiselle Maya. No, how can you leave me like this? I'm sorry. That reminds me. Mr. Armstrong had a Cyclock or 3, didn't he? I'm gonna have to break those. Certainly will. Mr. Armstrong, I hope you won't mind, but I'd like to have another word with you. Volunteer, of course. Anything else to talk about, or nope? Okay, just hit him with this. Alright, so according to the guide, instead of going for the correct answers, deliberately present wrong evidence, and he will do, before each step. Every wrong answer unlocks a new fancy foreign word. Also, you will be penalized for the wrong answers. You have to be penalizing yourself for this achievement. Fuck off. Well, it is what it is. After doing the above, present every available evidence and profile to Jean before progressing the story. Make a save after this and do not overwrite it. Okay. Ready to learn some French, everyone? What is happening? I do not like this horrible feeling. I have to know the truth. What happened that day? Alors, I will confess everything. Just don't hurt me. Huh? Well, that was a new world record. It was a lottery ticket. A lottery ticket? The man who died here had a lottery ticket. For $500,000. $500,000? Damn, he won big. Oui, but after the incident, this ticket... it disappeared. The ticket disappeared? This was the motive that the prosecutor gave for Maggie. They said that she poisoned the man to get the $500,000 lottery ticket. It's not a bad motive, honestly. Why didn't you tell me that sooner? Melo, you've been trying to hide this information about the lottery ticket from me. And I want to know the reason why. No, monsieur, you doubt me, but I have confessed to you everything I know. Mr. Armstrong, the $500,000 lottery ticket, I think I know who took it. I think the winning lottery ticket was stolen by this person. Maya Fey! Well, how about it? Ça va? Excuse me? It means, how are you? Oh, I'm fine, thank you. Bien, I'm happy to hear it. Doesn't sound like I'm doing so fine with these Cyclops, though. Alright. Correct answer is obviously Jean Armstrong. For Maggie, she was tempted by le evil, no? Now! If it really was Maggie, then you'd have no reason to hide the facts from me! Mr. Armstrong, $500,000. It was stolen by, whoops, stolen by you! Mr. Armstrong, I believe there's a very high probability that it was you! Wow. That is one piercing scream, even for a man like him. Mais pourquoi moi? Why, you have no evidence. I am not masked to mask. I am not the kind of person who steals the property of others. Sorry to disappoint you, Mr. Armstrong, but I have evidence to the contrary. Obviously, this is Victor's note. But obviously, the evidence that he stole from others is my attorney's badge. Oui, perhaps duck would be nice. A terrine, maybe? Sorry. I was just thinking about my lunch menu. Terrine de canard. What do you think? Canard. Isn't Canard the, isn't that the city in Darkwing Duck? Saint Canard? I never realized that was French for duck. That sounds lovely. Alors, au revoir, monsieur. I must go buy the ingredients. I guess my evidence is a bit of a lame duck. Yeah, I think I am not masked de mask. Yeah, Saint Canard is the city in Darkwing Duck. What is this? A poem? Oh, monsieur, you know me so well. I adore poems. Please read it and put some feeling into it. Convicted before, a wicked man or woman, repeat offender. I'm sorry to have to bring it up, Mr. Armstrong, but you have been arrested for stealing from your customers before, haven't you? Mon Dieu! La maison! You are a liar! You deny it? Do not make the false accusation, s'il vous plaît. Do you have any proof? I want to see the incontestable proof that I have ever stolen from one of my customers. I believe I need to do the wrong thing again, so obviously it's this job listing! Imbecile, imbecile, you are an imbecile. What are you singing? It's just one of my favorite chansons. It's called Imbecile. It's French. Come monsieur, sing together with me. Imbecile, imbecile, you are an imbecile. I'm sure it's definitely stolen from his customers. Incontrovertible proof. The Magatama, you fuckhead. Seems old habits die hard, Mr. Armstrong. What is that? This is my Magatama. And I found it in your kitchen. No! Wow, that scream was just about broke some windows. Oui. I have a weakness for the trinkets and the figurines. Yo, so does Noki. My hand, it just slips out. I cannot stop it. You have stolen you've stolen handkerchiefs, gloves, and other things from your customers, right? Oui, it is la truth. I am just a timid little girl inside, monsieur. A timid little girl. Besides, this time it was not the small trinket, oui. It was $500,000. Mais no, why would I steal it? I have no need for such money. Really now? Oh, monsieur, what is it? Isn't it true you're in some pretty serious trouble? And that you're also in desperate need of a large sum of cash by way of this scooter? Well, Mr. Armstrong, mais monsieur, it is not I who is in trouble. It is you, no? Huh? Un petit question? What? It means a little question. Together now, with me. Un petit question. Un petit question. Bravo, monsieur. Oh, you are a dream. Excellent. We're definitely not on the same page here, let alone the book. Is that all? Yeah, 500,000. He is obviously in debt. With your loan contract. This restaurant is deep in the red, isn't it? Ah! You have a loan to the tune of $500,000. The lottery ticket would have wiped your debt. Gah. Well, Mr. Armstrong, what do you have to say for yourself now? Ah! Ah! Yay. Alright. Before I continue the story, I'm going to present him every single dang thing I have. I'm not going to read everything as I just mash through it. Not a good achievement, this one. Learn all his French words, since apparently it involves deliberately, doing bad things. Although I guess the mechanic is sound. It is truly an achievement to present him the wrong garbage, just to, oh, well, did that already. Present him the, garbage just to learn French words, and then the achievement is all the French words. But to have it go for so many days in-game. Like, looking at it, I have to do this in another investigation and during a trial, for God's sakes. Whoops. Yeah, okay. Profiles. What do you think of this dead woman you've never met before? Oh, wow. He has things to say. That's my sister. Another delight. You have a certain je ne sais quoi. Throw your head high and thrust out your feminine features. Like he's doing. Do not lose heart. You're a woman. A woman extraordinaire. I need a cheering up or something. Nothing on Godot. Nothing on Armstrong. We definitely presented Maggie by this point, but just, tick it off the list anyway. Your bathwater. yourself. It was in Paris. It was something Le Chef there said to me that made me decide to open my own restaurant. What was it? That awful man said to me, you must train for another 10 years. Oh, it was such a shock, so unexpected. But you would have had to have been a fool to do this, no? Well. The Dead Man, yep. Not to be confused with Dead Man, the beloved character from Edgeworth Investigations 1. And your regular. So he was the customer at the scene, and he likes the coffee. Okay. Now I save. And do not overwrite this. I'll save you in slot 4 specifically. Anyway. Now then. Mr. Armstrong. You said the victim had a winning lottery ticket for $500,000. How did you know he had something like that in the first place? The man, he was listening to the radio with his earpiece. Maggie said something about that too. The winning number was announced on the news, I think. All of a sudden, he exploded. Yes, $500,000, he shouted. And the ticket. Oui. He had all of his tickets spread out on the table. I was so desperate in need of money, so I put the poison. You put the poison in his coffee? No. Oh no, you naughty man. I simply helped myself to one of his tickets. What? The victim collapsed, and Maggie passed out. I thought to myself, pourquoi pas? He had so many of them. Yeah, but only one of them was the winning ticket, right? How could you do that, Mr. Armstrong? Maggie was arrested because of you. No, this is not true. I did not take it, the ticket for $500,000, I mean. But you just told us you did. You said you took a ticket. Mais no, ma fille, it was not... Make it wholesome by adding dildos. That's enough. Huh? Ah! Godot! What are you doing here? Do you come here usually? Is this your favorite lunch spot? What the heck are you doing here? This is without a doubt the worst coffee I have ever tasted, Mr. Armstrong. He came in here for coffee? Does his craving for coffee know no bounds? And who is this masked man? Perhaps Mr. Armstrong stole one of the victim's tickets on the day in question. I am the airhead, no, just a pretty little girl who everyone is laughing at. But in that case, Maggie shouldn't be the only one under suspicion. He had the wrong ticket. What? Mr. Armstrong made off with the winning ticket's pretty neighbor. So, the ticket he took was worthless. Not quite. He did win something. $1. Heh. 499,000 to go! You see, I am just a pretty face. Without my looks, I have nothing. Seriously, where do you get all the good emotes at? Yeah, Penguin's got great emotes. So, what happened to the winning ticket then? The one he meant to steal? Indeed, what did happen to it? I don't like spoiling myself by watching trailers, so... Yo, same! We'll just wait and see how the movie turns out tomorrow, won't we? If there's a game I know I like... now, a trailer can hook me on a game, but if there's a game I know I like Elden Ring coming out, or Yakuza Infinite Wealth, I avoid watching even the trailers, because I want to go in fully blind, baby. Voila, you too, time to laugh at the pretty little airhead. Looks like I won't be needing this note anymore. Maker's note, thrown into the trash. Looks like we've got a new mystery now, namely, where did the winning ticket go? I got a bad feeling about this. Well, anyway. We can't let Maggie suffer any longer for this. Certainly not again. 2-hour mark. To be continued. I need... Oh, God. It always stuffs up my nose when I have to do voices with water in my throat. But, God, my voice is so sore. I gotta drink something. Ah. Ah. Time for a trial. Indeed. Do not overwrite that. Oh, God, her. Oh, I see. I guess I should have expected this. Nobody saw the other guy, huh? But he was there when I took the coffee over. Scout's honor, sir. Maggie. Oh. Ah! Detective Gumshoe! Are you doing all right? How are you feeling? Are they feeding you? As if you need to ask either question, sir. If you ought to have anyone in a 4v4 basketball team, who would I pick? Goku. And really 3 people to cheer Goku on. Don't let him get you down, Maggie. And don't forget to eat well, okay? Roger. And you! Yes? You better square this case away. Got it, pal? Maggie's innocent, you hear? If you screw up, then I'll be doing some squaring away myself. Squaring away some paperwork for your West. Not exactly the wittiest threat I've ever heard, but not terrible, I guess. Who are those other 3 people? For Goku's cheerleaders, the Michigan Bee Frog, Exploud from Pokemon, and Hatsune Miku. I think he's serious. Hey, detective, you're on our side for once, right? Yup. So you'll be able to help Maggie out, right? Really? Can you, sir? Of course. I got the situation under control. I'm gonna be the first witness on the stand today. If something I say doesn't mesh with the facts, make sure you point it out, alright? Sure. Okay, we're forming a united front today, pal. You get me? It sounds like colluding, but okay. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime girl. Love that Michigan Bee Frog. Ahem. I can't tell you how grateful I am, sir. I've always admired you so much, detective. I know I can count on you. Looks like it should all go pretty smoothly today, huh? Is Pearl's like... Oh, she's back at the village. I was gonna say, did we leave her just, like, in front of the TV? I can only wish. January 7th. Thank Christ. At least we all know where Phoenix was on January 6th. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. The defense is ready, Your Honor. God, he just makes me want coffee. Ah, bitter. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Ah! What's wrong? Nothing. It's just, whenever I addressed you in the previous trial, your response was, "You's talking to me?" It was a little, well, intimidating. No, that wasn't me. That was a phony Phoenix. I see. So our trusty Phoenix Wright is back with us now, is he? Our trusty? So, Mr. Godard, your opening statement, please. Mr. Trite. Fuck you! Whether you're a fake or the real deal, we will find out soon enough through this trial today. Okay, that would sting more, but actually someone was impersonating me, so there was a fake. We need it clear that I am, at the very least, my birth name is Phoenix Wright. My credentials as a lawyer, which is what you're referring to, are a separate issue. I'm the genuine article of the person Phoenix Wright, though. But I can already tell you I'm the real Phoenix Wright. I wasn't questioning whether you are Phoenix Wright or not. Again, that would make more sense if someone wasn't impersonating me. I was questioning whether you had studied law or not. I mean, I have. I'm a licensed attorney. I've got it in a frame. Do you want to... That's what I intend to find out. There's no denying it. Behind that mask is a man who really hates me for some reason or another. And who is that masked man? As everyone is aware, the court has already given its verdict on this case once. Therefore, I won't stand for irrelevant testimony during the retrial. Nor will I stand for simple repetition of the evidence presented in the last trial. I'm not planning on repeating anything that phony made me say. It's true. Made me said. That phony me said. Trust me. Now then, Mr. Godard, please summon your first witness. Great Kali in defense, Gandahara from Yakuza 2, Steiner from Final Fantasy 9, and Sean from Street Fighter 3. Yeah, I'd probably still win because it's Goku. So, just saying, it's Goku. Although Steiner packs a wallop in the late game. Let's start with the formalities, shall we? Name and occupation. Witness, state your name for the court. Huh? Oh, sorry, sir. The name's Police Department Detective. Occupation, Dick Gumshoe. He's a little tired, huh, Gummy? Other way around, detective. Huh? Oh, sorry. Anyway, I'm the officer in charge of this case since yesterday, sir. Since yesterday? Yeah, the guy who was on the initial investigation, he's tied up with another case right now. I hope Gumshoe really got everything under control, for everyone's sake. I see. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you outline the court, with the basics of the... Tell us what the fuck's up. Yes, sir. The victim's name was Gwen Elg. He was a professional programmer. Honestly, don't know how I get these emotes. Some of them just show up. Hell yeah. Just collecting them like Matryoshka figurines or spoons. He was on the payroll of Blue Screens Inc. Blue Screen, oh no! A local company. This is the victim's autopsy report. Court accepts this into evidence. Died of potassium cyanide poisoning. Time of death was between 1:30 and 2:30. Wait, what? Wasn't Maggie saying it was Wait, what? I thought Maggie was saying this happened at 1 in the afternoon or something. Oh, well, whatever. Aha! And here are the floor plans of the West one. Okay. Tracks? Wait, what? Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Okay. I don't know how I got this one. Whatever happened. Or this one. Yo, I love those guys. Them being ducks. Fletch 61, evidently. When the incident took place, the victim was sitting right here. Whatever happened. A basketball game with Goku? Oh, a Final Fantasy stream, but that'll probably never happen. Oh. I mean, I like Final Fantasy 9. I could be probably talked into playing that one. It's not that long of a game, because it was, you know, back in the day when all the graphics took up most of the space in the CDs it needed. And I kind of know what I'm doing in that game, so, maybe. When the incident took place, the victim was sitting right here. That being said, it is a very long RPG. So, the poison coffee was brought over to him by the waitress. The waitress being the accused. Pretty sure that's Kirby. Looks it. You can mouse over your icons and see where they're from. H-Des Hype. So whoever H-Des is. Yeah. The victim died from poisoning almost immediately after he took a sip of coffee. At the time of the incident, there were 2 other people in the restaurant. Mr. Gene Armstrong, owner and chef. And a regular by the name of Mr. Victor Kudu. It still seems to be a very straightforward case to me. Or plan add to the court record. The sound effect of him drinking that coffee is pretty clean, though. Come, detective, take up this hammer and nail the defendant's coffin shut with your own 2 hands. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, let's have your testimony. Yes, sir. When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir. We understand the guy, Gwen Elg, was listening to a radio at the time. Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup. And what we found was potassium cyanide. The stuff really packs a punch. And, looks like Miss Bird might have had, well, some kind of motive. Using the dark, aromatic depths of coffee to conceal the poison. Classy lady. Okay. The facts of this case seem to be ironclad. Mr. Wright, I would ask you to begin your cross-examination, but... Yes? Please, no intimidation tricks this time around. Is that understood? I already told you! That wasn't me! I love how much the judge hates Phoenix. He's got a scouter. He does, but apparently that was like an earpiece for his radio. I don't know why. It's got a visual component, though. Alright, whoops. Not present, press. Can I stop you for a minute? Huh? What is it? Did I say something that contradicts the evidence? He's so desperate for that to be true. He's practically crying. Their testimony just now doesn't match the testimony given by Miss Bird. She claims there was another man at the victim's table. Yeah, that's what she said. And I... What killer wouldn't say that when faced with a homicide conviction? Hey! Sadly, her testimony isn't supported by the owner or the other customer. Isn't that right, Detective Gumshoe? Yeah, it's true. The two testimonies tie up on that. They both said there was no other guy at the table. What should I do? Should I pressure this point a little harder? Yeah, why not? Oh, shit. Whoops. My bad. Yes, yes, you object. Well, maybe the other witness just missed him. Perhaps the view of the victim's table was obscured in some way. Ha! That argument is as weak as the coffee at Tribulations, Wright. I have here in my possession a ticket. A ticket? Looks more like a photo to me. Yes, a one-way ticket to a Guiltyville. Population, the defendant. Fucking, just say a picture, you drama queen here. This is a photograph taken from near the entrance of the kitchen. This is the scene as witnessed by the chef moments after the poisoning took place. Correct. Oh, this is the scene as witnessed by the chef moments after the poisoning took place, correct? I think the court will agree that with such a clear view of the crime scene. How, Mr. Trike, could anyone have overlooked a second person at the table? Well, he could have been tucked away in the corner there. It certainly seems to show the victim's table extremely clearly. It does not. Well, the table maybe, but... Like... Let's look at... Whoops. Look at some evidence here. Check. So, yeah, like, the table's in full view, but there's clearly a partitioner here that the guy could easily be behind. Look at the floor plans. Like... I don't have a cursor, but top left of that X above where the seat is. If the guy was back there, he's hidden. Anyway. He was listening to his radio, you say? Yeah, he had a portable radio in his chest pocket. Maggie told us that too, didn't she? Something about how one of them had some sort of earpiece. What should I do? Should I press in this point a little harder? Yeah, press harder. We gotta get everything we can out of this. And what was it the victim was listening to on the radio, Detective Gumshoe? Huh? How should I know? Thanks a lot. We're now one step closer to the middle of nowhere. This isn't going very well, is it? Detective, could you perhaps tell us about the poison and how it was used? So, traces of poison were found in the coffee cup and nowhere else. Not sure I get you, pal. Was the poison a liquid, or was it a powder? If I had to put it in layman's terms, I'd say it was a powdery substance. So the poison couldn't have been in anything that was on the table. Sugar, salt, pepper. Ha. Do you put salt and pepper in your coffee, Trite? No, but I put sugar. The victim took his coffee black with no sugar. Oh. Seems the poison could have only been in the coffee. What should I do? Press harder? I mean, it's free to press harder, so yeah. Are you absolutely certain the victim even drank any of his coffee? Huh? What do you mean? According to this file, the poison was found in the victim's coffee cup. But what proof is there the victim ever drank any of it? Oh, hey, you're right. That's what I was thinking. In case you were wondering, the last objection was for the detective there. Huh? For me? Oh, oh, hey, you're white. You may be fooling the court, but I'm not falling for it. If you have the time to waste, you have time to present that piece of evidence. That piece, sir? Yes, that piece. What piece was it again? The one piece! Present it now! Turns out it's coffee. The one piece this whole time was a really good cup of joe. That would piss people off more than the friends we made along the way, I think. Although Oda has promised it's not the friends we made along the way. He has not promised it's not coffee, though, so... Just saying. Should I be grateful this coffee's only hot enough to give me first-degree burns? Oh, now I remember. This is the victim's coffee cup. Yes, the victim's coffee cup. Take a good look at the rim. They'll be fine. Oh yes, it's unmistakable. There's clearly a coffee stain on it. Conclusive proof the victim did drink the poison coffee that was in this cup. The victim gulped it down, the bitter death the waitress brought to him. Like this! Ah! For the record, the only points in the cup were the victims and the defendants. Well then. Upon further investigation of this cup, we found a certain chemical substance. Potassium cyanide. Ahem. Potassium cyanide? I've heard of that chemical before. I would have said it's not something dumb and cheap like friends we made along the way. It doesn't narrow down what One Piece might be all that much. No, he's also keeping Luffy's dream a secret, obviously. To the point where Luffy's like, oh, I never told you guys my dream. The camera cuts away and cuts back to everyone being like, whoa, that's your dream? I feel like no matter what the One Piece is, it turns out people are going to be disappointed. All we know about it is that, the island it's supposed to be on when Gold Roger, or Gold D Roger, if you prefer, got to the island, he saw it and just started laughing. He just, whatever it was funny enough that he started laughing. So, that's what it's building up to. They're still doing live action? I think they are. The Netflix One Piece was really well received. Exactly how strong is this poison, Detective Gumshoe? And rightly so. Netflix One Piece is very fun. It's different from the anime and the manga quite a bit, but it is still very fun. It's, well, that stuff's lethal. Eat too much in your history. How much is too much? A lethal dose is 0.2 grams. That's about enough to finish anyone off. 0.2 grams? How much is that? Come on, Maya. You know you swab your ear for some earwax? Yeah, about that much. Earwax, huh? Sounds like something Gumshoe's got an abundance of. I mean, all humans produce it, Phoenix. Such a small quantity of poison could have been concealed anywhere. Looks like might have had some kind of motive. Some kind of motive? Yeah, but if you ask me, it's been blown way out of proportion. Funny if they find the treasure in the Netflix series before the anime or manga. The manga and anime are coming to an end. Oda's entered sort of the final part of One Piece. Honestly, given how much the anime drags, now I have to wait every fucking week for a new episode that's half an hour of not progressing the plot very much. I might go to the manga. But the problem is then I have to wait for the manga to come out. As far as I know, they are. It was well received. Rather, received well enough that they'll like make at least season 2. Yeah, I agree with that. You know what my golden rule is, detective. Chuck out a bad cup of coffee, you can always get another. Huh? I don't get it. I'm saying we can always get another witness on the stand if we have to chuck you out. Oh. So stick to the facts, detective. Now then, what was Miss Bird's motive? Come on, Gumshoe. They said she wanted to steal a Waterway ticket. I knew it. That's what we heard yesterday, too. It disappeared from the scene of the crime. And it wasn't just any lottery ticket. It was a winning ticket for $500,000. Oh, to enter the final phase of the story will still take several years at least to finish. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, in the anime, they're on Egghead at the moment. I think they're further. They went to Elbaf, I think, in the manga, which is the Island of Giants, or that's where they're going. At least what I heard. Now that I think out loud, yeah, I probably will pick up the manga. Is suggesting Final Fantasy IX allowed? Normally no, but I do like Final Fantasy IX, so I would say yeah, it's probably allowed. Mr. Armstrong knew about the ticket too, didn't he? But he stole the wrong one. Then, is it possible Maggie stole the winning one? What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder? Well, surely it would be on her person if she stole it, right? Wait a minute! The mere fact that the lottery ticket disappeared in no way implicates my client. Ha! I have here in my hand the very ticket in question. So you did it, Godot, you son of a bitch! That's the $500,000 lottery ticket. One of the female police officers found it when she was conducting a search of the defendant. Huh. Well, that's not good. Wait, how did it get on her? She passed out, right? She poisoned him and she passed out. How did she steal the ticket? Order! Order! Huh. She's quite a lucky bird, our little waitress. You will submit that ticket as evidence to the court immediately. They better keep an eye on that ticket, the way the judge's voice is quivering. Damn, $500,000. Manga's still on Egghead as well. Oh, they'll likely go to Elbaf next. At least Oda is strongly hinting the next arc is Elbaf. Yeah, that's... I assumed as much, yeah. Ticket was presented to the court in the previous trial, too. But it feels heavier now somehow. $500,000, you say? It's just a scrap of paper. What matters is where it was found, Your Honor. And that's on Maggie's person, unfortunately. That's enough! The facts of this case seem overwhelmingly clear to me. The defendant has ample opportunity to commit the crime of which she is charged. Furthermore, it seems beyond reasonable doubt that she did indeed commit this crime. I like an old man who knows the score. There was also the matter of the $500,000 lottery ticket. This alone provides very credible motive. I mean, for the sum of money, even I might be tempted to bend the rules. I don't mind an old man who's weak to the siren call of money. Okay, learning some things. The judge is absolutely a sellout, and Godot likes old men who can be bribed. So, we've all learned something today. Backwards, they're going to Fable. Yeah, I've made that connection. I'm like, Elbaf, or backwards, Fable. Huh. Which I don't think was an accident. One Piece crossover in Fable confirmed. There are pirates in Fable. It's happened. Best Final Fantasy waifu. Your mom! Got him! I mean, Lulu from 10, obviously. Fucking look at her. Not good, Nick. The evidence against Maggie is starting to pile up fast. Yeah, that's because the court has ruled guilty once already. I'd say it's about time to wrap up this repeat performance. Yeah, Lulu from 10. That's an easy pick. With one final decisive piece of evidence. He's got more evidence against Maggie? This is the apron the delightful Miss Bird was wearing at the time. Lulu makes you feel things. Yeah, right? Horny is mine. That's what she makes me feel. Cause fucking look at her. Me playing that as a kid on the PS2, whoo! Not ready. Irrevocable damage was done to my upbringing. Wow, it's not the cleanest apron I've seen. Oh, yeah, what the fuck? Yo, it's covered in blood and what I assume is coffee. That stain. It can't be blood, can it? Ha! Seems the star of our play was a little flustered. Wait, how is there blood? This is a poisoning case. And spilled coffee on herself. The coffee? That's not exactly the first thing that caught my eye. Of course, the coffee stain isn't the most interesting thing about this apron. No, there's something else that stands out even more. Something else? I presume you mean. Of course, I'm referring to the pocket. The pocket? A search carried out right after the incident uncovered this. Potassium cyanide. Ah, shit! The very the very poison used by the killer in her apron pocket. A bottle of poison in Maggie's pocket? Boy, it really does not look good for Maggie, I gotta be honest with you. Yeah, Maggie's prints are the only ones on it. Jesus Christ! What? Some poisons make people cough up blood. Oh, true. Could be ketchup. I guess it could be. It could be hot sauce or something. I immediately thought blood, though. Order. The court will accept these items into evidence. Worn by Maggie at the time of the incident has small pocket but big stains. Potassium cyanide, deadly powdery poison, bears Maggie's fingerprints found in the apron pocket. There's something still bothering me, Mr. Godot. Why have you not explained the blood stain to the court? Bloodstain? What bloodstain would that be? Don't play games, prosecutor. The blood-colored stain that's smeared all over the apron. That's ridiculous. No one told me anything about a blood stain. You don't need to be told. Just look at it. Well, detective, could this stain really be blood? No way, sir. It's just ketchup, sir. Ketchup? She must have gotten some on her apron while taking someone her breakfast that day. Oh, for an omelet or something? Yeah, alright. You could have spoken up a little sooner, Detective Gumshoe. Pull a stunt like that again and I'll have you drink 17 cups of ketchup, witness. Ew. I thought everyone knew what it was already. Gross. Killer could have put poison in Maggie's unconscious hand. Yeah, it's the fact that Armstrong also said he came out of the kitchen and Maggie was passed out as well. I don't see how, if she killed a guy, why that would make her pass out, when she would have had time to put the ticket in her pocket. I guess the poison would be there either way, but yeah, I don't know, like, why would she pass out from herself committing the murder, and when would she have put the ticket in her pocket? Unless it's a ploy and she faked passing out, but that seems weird. Like, you could tell a person's doing that, right? I haven't seen anything yet to make me doubt the last ruling I made on this case. The motive, the opportunity, the supporting evidence, they have all been clearly established. You? Don't know, Gumshoe. He probably like 15 cups of ketchup. I don't think he would. That's a lot. First of all, even if you like ketchup, that's a lot of ketchup to drink. Just, ugh. Ah, God. Just the consistency of it going down your throat from the cup. Ugh. It's awful. I hate picturing it. Well, trite. Seems you really are a phony after all. Arg, you really know how to drive a man nuts? I have water with me. That would make multiple bottles worth. Probably. Yeah, watered down, it'd probably be even worse. Listen, I like ketchup on fries, I like it on a burger, but, like, I'm not going to eat ketchup by itself. That's just, no. Like them on chicken, depending on the chicken, like nuggets or tenders or something. Witness, please continue your testimony. Oh, it's like barbecue sauce on my chicken, so, you know. I like sauces. I'm a condiment guy. Don't go much for mustard, but, yeah. Some mayonnaise on a sandwich, not bad. Horseradish, love it. Describe for the court the crime scene and the findings of your investigation there. The crime was reported at 2:55 p.m. by a kind of scary old man, sir. That's pretty late in this window. Could have occurred a whole hour before this. Well, 55 minutes before this in theory. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Yeah, there she is, unconscious. Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. It must have been real tough for her. The victim didn't have any identification on him. But we figured out who he was pretty quick, and the investigation went smoothly. When Maggie was searched, we found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison. And that was that. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. You identified the victim and secured your prime suspect. Very good. Last chance to convince the court you're a real lawyer, Wright. Huh? Don't count on any more cross-examinations after this one. So, let the fun begin. What, we didn't bring the Jean or Kudo in here? Come on, guys. Report at 2:55. Scary old man, Detective Gumshoe. There's an old man who's a regular at the restaurant where the incident happened. We're obviously talking about the same old man. Officers were dispatched right after a report came in, but the old guy still made a fuss. Why took you so long? Then he hurled abuse at them, and seeds. Seeds. Well said, Your Honor. It was nothing. I caught each one with my teeth. Why were you there? Also, that is impressive, but why were you there? I guess not even the mighty Godot can avoid being attacked by that guy. The old man was the only other customer in the place at the time. He took his time finding a payphone, apparently, so he was late reporting the crime. Yeah, that might do it. Maggie passed out from the shock. How long was the defendant unconscious for? The officers got to the crime scene around 2:40. Maggie was still out cold in the kitchen at the time. It took another 10 minutes or so before she came to. I would have liked to have been the one on the scene myself. I bet you would have liked to carry out the search too. Okay, that's... You mean of her person? Phoenix, come on. Give the guy some credit. He's not a creep. Come on now, Phoenix. I would have... well, okay, never mind. Hey, listen, forget I said anything. I would have loved to see Maggie asleep like that, all pretty and peaceful. You're a professional detective, Gumshoe, not a professional bird watcher. Good pun, though. Good pun. Save the romantics for your own time, detective. All we need to know is about the investigation. Whoops. Guess I'm a pretty wet right now, aren't I? Victim didn't have any identification on him. He didn't have any? Are you saying that it was stolen, then? No, I don't think so. The victim didn't have a driver's license or even a credit card on him, pal. How was he gonna pay for the coffee? Might add cash. Nope, clearly he did not. All he had was 58 cents in his wallet. Might have paid ahead of time, I guess. 58 cents? Yeah, I can't believe I found someone with less in their wallet than me, pal. The victim sounds like he was a thoroughly miserable young man. Or some kind of outlaw. Why not give him a bit of an edge? I think I'm onto something here. Figured out who he was pretty quick, and the investigation went smoothly. Payphone. I was looking for a payphone. Didn't the restaurant have a landline? Maybe not. The game takes place in like 2020 something, I think. But the game was made in 2004 or 5 originally, so it's obviously having a cell phone is not having a cell phone is entirely reasonable for an older guy like him. And given how terrible the restaurant is at everything, it wouldn't surprise me if there's no landline. Assume they wouldn't object to letting a customer use it given the circumstances, or they might have called themselves. Also, maybe they'll address that. Wait a sec. Huh? Did I say something dumb again? Let me paraphrase what you just testified to this court. The victim didn't have any form of ID. That's what you basically said, yes? Yeah, basically. In that case, how were you able to identify the victim so quickly? Oh, that. He's so let down. He's got the whole sagging shoulders and puppy eyes thing going. According to Wiki, the trial takes place in 2019. Thank Christ! Phoenix Wright was accounted for on January 6th, 2019. Now, 1 year from now, we're going to need to know Phoenix's location again. But for 2019, we're good. There was a prescription bag at the victim's table along with the lottery ticket. Oh. It seems Mr. Glenn Elg visited his doctor before he went to Tribulations. We got the victim's name from the medical records of the doc who prescribed the meds. Also, the name would have been on the bag. That's a reliable enough source for the court. What should I do? Should I leave this alone or ask to hear more? His health insurance. What was in the bag? What sort of medicine was in the bag? Well, actually, the bag we found was empty. Huh? Yeah, completely empty. It was completely empty. Victim got this from the doctor before going to Tribulations. The bag is empty. Ha! You're entering an empty paper bag as evidence. Desperate, aren't you, Wright? Now, what happened with the investigation after that, detective? Maggie was searched. They found the lottery ticket and the poison. But the defendant had been passed out for a while, correct? In that case, isn't it possible someone planted evidence in Maggie's pocket? Hey, yeah, you nailed it, pal. It happens to me all the time. We had department party the other day, and when I got home, I was wearing my boss's shoes. What? Objection. Keep up this crazy testimony, detective, and those shoes will end up down your throat. Sorry. So, Wright, someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket. That's a pretty bold statement. Care to back it up with some evidence? Well, I'd love to if I had any. It appears you have no evidence to support your theory, Mr. Wright. Continue your testimony, witness. That was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. So, the $500,000 lottery ticket and the bottle of poison were accounted for? Yeah. Interesting. It's true those two items are accounted for. But wasn't there another lottery ticket that was stolen that day? Oh, yeah. The one the restaurant owner took. He won a whole $1 with it. What a lucky guy, huh? And they're just gonna let him get away with it. It's $1. It was just $1, detective. I guess no one cares when it's that little. Except for Gumshoe. If I don't find a hole in this testimony, the judge is gonna hand down a verdict. Gumshoe doesn't give us anything to work with. We can't find any contradictions if he doesn't give us something. Yeah, that's true. Maggie and Gumshoe are dumb and dumber. Our only hope is that they were so dumb, they missed something obvious. Come on, Gumshoe, be the dumbest you've ever been. More like Dumbshoe. Scary old man. Passed out from the shock. So what am I looking at here? Oh, this should have been there, but it was hidden, right? The newspaper? Because it's his handwriting and everything. Left by duels in the victim's handwriting. Yeah. Okay, so hold on. Didn't have any identification on him. Search, found the bottle of poison. Nothing else is missing from the crime scene. This might be a stretch. But I mean, someone went to the trouble of hiding this is the thing. Which is why I'm thinking it might be the case. Damn it. It was hidden. They didn't find it at the crime scene. It's the victim's handwriting. Clearly someone hid the newspaper after he was doodling with. God damn it. I don't know where Phoenix was January 6th the following year, as last case in this game takes place mid-February. The next game is a 7-year time skip. Oh, Phoenix. Unaccounted for on January 6th. How could you? Loan contract, $500,000. I'm not talking about motive, really. Autopsy report. That fits. No, that's nothing. Coffee cup covered in Maggie's fingerprints and the victims. Oh, the crime scene. Oh, what's... There's nothing else on the table. It's him and a bunch of lottery tickets. And the cup, but... There's nothing on the other table either. May want to save before taking other guesses. May need health for future. Yeah. Well, I mean, the next time Armstrong shows up and I have to deliberately get things wrong is in part 3. I think they'll refill my bar by that point. But I'll save anyway. Got this from the... Was this in his pocket? It wasn't on the table. That's poison, the apron. Winning ticket. Cup. There's nothing missing here. Do I do the bit where I press him again on everything? Very annoyingly. My least favorite mechanic in these games. I thought for sure it would be the paper. Because he was clearly writing on it at some point, but it was tucked away behind the magazine rack, so someone fiddled with the crime scene after it happened, obviously. I'll press everything again, just for, you know, the sake of it. Okay. How long was she unconscious for? A couple minutes. Victim didn't have any ID on him. He said, I think I'm onto something with that. Didn't have anything. Are you saying that it was stolen? Phoenix makes a point of that. Someone with less wallet. Victim sounds like miserable. Outlaw. I think I'm onto something here. Did he have identification on? All important badge. Maya. Magazine. Paper. That's unrelated. 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 I think these are related. This thing. Hey, Gumshoe better. Yeah. I mean, it clearly... Oh, no, wait. What does it say? Oh, it says Glenn Elg on the bag. But, like... I don't think this is... he had identification on him. The bag! But we already know he had the bag on him, and we confirmed with the doctor, which is how he identified him. Passed from the shock, must have been tougher. Barry was pretty quick and it went smoothly. July ticket, bottle poison. Nothing else missing from the crime scene. God, why aren't you the newspaper? It should so obviously be the newspaper. The guide. I might have to. Partly because I'm just stuck on this newspaper thing. Investigation. That's investigation. I need the trial, not the investigation. Trial, here we go. Some kind of motive. Oh. I present the bag that he just pulled out. There was nothing else missing. But they found it on... They got this from the doctor before... There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. They got it in his pocket or something, right? Why am I presenting this? I think I should point something out to you. There's one small contradiction in your testimony. Oh, finally! I'm getting all anxious just waiting, so hurry up, will you? You testified nothing else was missing from the crime scene. However, the newspaper that was tucked behind the magazine... Oh, I'm sorry, the prescription bag was empty. He took the fucking medicine ahead of time, Phoenix. Did the officers recover the medicine from the scene of the crime later? No, they didn't. The victim was given a prescription right before going to Tribulations. Where then did the medicine disappear to? He took it with his coffee and kept the bag on him, Phoenix. Why is this the... You are very much dancing on the head of a pin, sir. Indeed. Due consideration wasn't given to the newspaper that's obviously missing from the table. Witness, why do you always overlook such vital pieces of evidence? I guess it's the most careless thing I've done so far, huh? How much medicine did he take? A full bag's worth? Well, the bag was just, what he was holding. It might have been, a spray or like a substance. Might have been a rub, for God's sakes. Some sort of cream he applied. He just kept the bag around. It's like, I'll throw it away later, and crumpled it up into his pocket. The victim was killed by poison! And the victim's medicine mysteriously disappeared. The victim's own prescription could have been a lethal poison itself. It might make a bit more sense than I'm giving it credit for. I am bitter that the newspaper didn't work, when obviously that was missing from the table. This is the only time the victim had been in here. It's his handwriting on the paper. It was found hidden behind the magazine rack. Obviously, it was tampered with and moved after the fact. Usually when you pick up a prescription, it's more than one dose. Yeah, okay, again, it makes more sense than I'm giving it credit, but I'm bitter about the newspaper. Well, Mr. Godot, what do you have to say about that? Ha, that's all. What? Read for the court the name of the clinic that prescribed them. It's gonna be Hody Clinic. Read for the court the name of the clinic on the prescription bag, if you will. What's the clinic's name got to do with anything? New Ear Otorhinological Clinic. What kind of illness was the victim suffering from, Mr. Godot? Hardly an illness, Your Honor. More like a bitter war wound, you could say. A war wound? The day before the incident, Elg had himself in a fight. He took a blow to the side of the head and ruptured his eardrum. Oh, he ruptured his eardrum? Then what on earth was his prescription he was given? It was a cream that was to be applied topically inside his ear canal, not to be ingested. Yeah, see, it's a cream. What? It mentions it in the autopsy report, if you read the fine print. They found traces of the medicine in the victim's left ear. Wouldn't that be where the radio is? Like, he's looking at me, and this is my left. So, yeah, why does he have the scouter on his left ear there? Assuming that's the radio and what he was listening to. Yes, here it is, in very, very fine print. It seems Mr. Elg correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tribulations. Therefore, it would be absurd to believe he would have eaten his medication. Ugh. It seems his medicine is irrelevant to the case after all. No! Nick, if you don't think of something quick, it'll all be over. She's right. But I can't get away with any old weak objection. What should I do? I think we push this, right? For the record, I'm really only checking the guide because I am at such a low health bar due to the fucking achievement. But I would imagine we press this, right? Yeah, push the medicine issue. It's on the wrong ear. Only moments ago, Mr. Godot made the following statement. It seems Mr. Elk correctly applied some of the medication while he was at Tribulations. If that's the case, then why was the medicine not found at the scene of the crime? But the medicine in question was for topical use inside the ear canal. That doesn't change the fact it could not be found at the crime scene. However insignificant it may seem, it's a lawyer's duty to pursue the truth. You know as well as I do, medication is irrelevant. It hardly seems like a prescription drug would contain potassium cyanide. It hardly seems like that coffee the waitress served would contain it either. But it did. The possibility is undeniable. That's enough. Mr. Godot, is the detective the only witness the prosecution wishes to call? Mr. Godot? I've got my own witness I'd like to call, sir. It's the old man who was there at the restaurant on the day of the murder. Victor Kudo, the pigeon hater? Very well. The matter of disappearing medication seems little more than trivial at best. However, it wasn't explored at all in the previous trial, and that is something that bothers me. Yay, good job, Nick. The court will adjourn for a 10-minute recess, after which we'll hear the prosecution's next witness. Ha! I suppose this means I'll just have to finish you off in my last 6 cups. Court is adjourned for recess. Whee! I'm going to the strawberry slide. Also, if his left ear is damaged, why was he wearing a radio in his left ear? Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Phew, that was close. Like, it was absolutely for his left ear. He definitely has the scouter on in his left ear. Well, assuming that is... His eyepiece there is the radio that goes in. Let me look at the photo. I can't tell from there if I mean I can, I guess his head is down. Yeah, it's like down facing towards his lap. Maybe it's looking off towards the wall there. I can't tell where the radio is in this picture though. Or even like if that's his left or right ear poking up. He could also be if he's got hair like down in front of his forehead, he might be looking forward. Yeah, well. Who's to say? Tell me about it. I nearly died in there. That's my line, sir. No, it's my line. I think I really did die a little bit. Looks like we all nearly died in there. I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. How could he betray us like that? Huh? He said he'd help me, but he totally set me up. I don't think he meant to do that, Maggie. He was backed into a corner. I mean, the guy's got to do his job, right? It's okay. I know all about lies and betrayal. I've had them my whole life. But it really hurt this time. I felt like someone punched me hard in the stomach. I hate that guy. I don't ever want to see him again. Poor Gumshoe. When was the last time Maggie Bird was in a game? Edgeworth 1? So the next witness is going to be that old guy from the park, right? Yeah, Miss Kudo, lover of waitress outfits and projectile seeds. Can we get Maggie, like, some street clothes? Why is she still dressed like this for court? I bet he's gonna be really stubborn. I mean, he's pretty set in his ways, you know? Yeah, he's a big old grouch. Are you gonna be able to handle him, Nick? Yeah, I can take whatever he throws at me, even those never-ending bird seeds. Court are now reconvened for the trial of Maggie Bird. Mr. Godot, your next witness, please. The prosecution calls the lucky old time we were caught the show over a cup of coffee. Will the witness please take the stand? Name and occupation, if you don't mind.
My name's Victor Kudo, born and bred in the land of the rising sun.
So the argument here is this is an old Japanese man who happens to be living in California. Because that's where we are! California! Definitely! Eat your hamburgers, Apollo!
Honor and duty are what make me. Mind you, I can be quite emotional at times, too.
We don't need to hear about that, Mr. Kudo. Just please tell the court your occupation.
My occupation? Listen, youngin'. How much do you think is going on for kimono embroidery?
Kimono embroidery?
That's what I do, or did back in Japan. I embroidered family crests on kimonos. My ancestors were embroidering kimonos before this country even existed.
Wow, real craftsmen. They're a dying breed. I guess the United States is 1776, so absolutely his family could have been going back before then embroidering kimonos. I assume eyepiece is part of the radio? Yeah, right? It would be a weird gadget if the eyepiece was left and it was attached. Yeah, the ear came in here, but it wrapped around the head to the eye. That would be very weird. That'd be like a hairstyle in Pokemon. Specifically, fucking Colgate, or whatever his name is. Wow, a real craftsman. A dying breed. Hey, maybe you can embroider my costume sometime.
Anyway, like I said, there's not much demand for that kind of thing here. So I had to take a job working a cash register in a burger joint, pretending to smile.
Yo, Smile Burger confirmed! That burger joint would have been better off putting him in the kitchen. Now then, witness. Were you in the restaurant at the time of the incident?
Oh yes, I was eating some seeds over a cup of cappuccino.
Seeds?
What do you think these are, huh?
I see. It could be sunflower seeds, I guess. So you saw everything that happened, Gramps.
Did I? Oh, yes, I did. I saw it all.
Then, then please tell the court. We're all ears.
Sure, I'll tell you. I'll tell you every last detail.
Yeah, they're family-owned restaurants around the world, including Japan. They're older than most European countries, much less the US. Yeah, it's true. I forget why it came up. My wife and I were looking up Prague the other day, and she was like, wow, this is an old city, established in like 14-something. It's like, yeah, it's one of those ancient cities at this point. Or 13-something, and I'm like, there's a bar there that's like, we've been in business since 15-something or other. He's really getting into this. It's so cool seeing those in Europe. We don't have those in America because they only go back to 1700, but bars or taverns in European countries that are like, we've been around since 1000 AD. It's like, holy shit. That's fucking awesome.
Young man was reading the sports paper.
Oh, the paper that's not on the table because it should have been there but wasn't? Okay, I'm over it.
The servant girl brought him a cappuccino, but she put something in it. The man took one sip of it, looked like he was in terrible pain, and collapsed.
Okay, where is it here? He's laying down like this. I guess that is his left, isn't it? Yeah, it's still his left. Although, it looks like he's got an earpiece in his right. From this angle, this isn't a photo, this is just, the artist's rendition of what happened, but still. Wouldn't be surprised if the family business started way before the States. Oh, yeah.
That's the servant girl right there, in the defendant's chair. I remember her well.
Really? Mr. Kudo, she is not a serving girl. Please refer to her as a waitress.
You're as bad as the rest of them. All these newfangled words. What's wrong with the old-fashioned ones, huh?
Well, they can be kind of rude. Newfangled? Also, waitress is hardly a newfangled word.
All this talk of radios and glasses, and wireless and spectacles and artificial inseminations and hula hoops and TVs and voting rights, I tell you.
As far as I know, the scouter is not connected to his earpiece. Yeah, he could have just had, like, an earbud in, like an AirPod or some shit, just hanging out in his ear. And the eye thing is unrelated. I have no idea what it is. Excuse me?
Listen to me, everyone. Don't forget the old values. Don't let the good old days slip away.
Well, I think it's time to begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Lordy, lordy.
Young man.
Oh, young man was reading the sports paper. Oh, wow. I'll bust this testimony and then, that'll be it. You saw the victim then? You saw Mr. Glenn Elg?
I want to know if Guts and Braun retained his championship or not.
So he was looking at the sports paper and the victim was reading, huh? And at the location in question, there are partitions between tables on the same side of the restaurant, right?
So what if there are?
If you say you could see the victim, that means you were sitting at the table at the other side of the restaurant, correct?
Huh. I go to that place to drink cappuccino. I don't go to sit. I don't remember which table I was sitting at.
How extremely helpful of you. Purpose of the scout to explain in the second day of investigation. Ah. You mean you go there to eye the waitresses? You fucking perv. Serving girl brought him a Javachino. She put something in it. Could be since the case takes place in 2019, the wireless tech existed in the timeline as well. Victim could have been using AirPods or some such. Yeah, it's possible. I suspect we'll get more into it later. All we know for a fact is that the scouter is on the left side of his head, and his left ear was the one that was damaged in a fight with the ruptured eardrum. That is all we know for 100% right now. Mr. Kudo, that's a very grave accusation. Are you sure about what you saw?
Mr. Kudo never makes mistakes, and on every T and cross every I.
I see.
My eyesight's fine. The doctor said I only need spectacles for reading and driving.
I bet his eyes are really only fine when he's scoping out a waitress.
And I saw the servant girl put in the Javachino as well.
I bet I know what's coming up and something tells me I'm not gonna like it. Well, press harder. Your Honor. Your Honor. We need more clarification on what was put into the victim's coffee. I'd like to ask the witness to add what he knows about this to his testimony. I agree. Witness, will you enlighten us, please?
Sure.
No question about it. She very conspicuously put some white powder in there. Did she really put it into the coffee?
You doubt me, boy? She took some out some small brown bottle and sprinkled it in.
Couldn't she have been adding sugar?
Sugar? In a small brown bottle like that? Impossible! Sugar never comes in small brown bottles, ever!
Like that? Witness, could you please describe the bottle in more concrete terms? A bottle like this, perhaps.
Oh, there it is. That's the one.
That's the bottle of potassium cyanide, I presume. So what did the accused put into the coffee? I think it's clear, don't you? Arg. Man took one sip of it, looked like he was in terrible pain and collapsed. He just took one sip?
You youngins, you waste everything. Those Javachino's cost $8. In the good old days, we'd have a drink every last drop, eat in the cup, and then died. That made me laugh. I don't know why. Congratulations, you have earned the title of Baddiest Man to grace a courtroom. So, it was an immediate death. Well, with potassium cyanide, I suppose that is possible. Oh yes, slept over without so much as a twitch.
.tv/Tokenlad. Subscribe today.
I felt the Javachino I just drank turn sour in my stomach.
Yeah, I bet. Oh yes, I know that feeling. And the waitress, I presume she is... That's the serving girl right there in the defendant chair. I remember her well. You said... I remember her well, in reference to the waitress. Did she have any particular features that you can identify her by?
Particular features? It's a disgrace, that's what it is.
Sorry.
You can see all the way up to her, you know.
Thighs.
She's practically naked in that uniform.
So, the particular feature you recognize about the waitress is her outfit. But anyone could wear such a uniform, even me! 1,000 gifted subs and I'll wear a maid's outfit on stream. Mr. Wright, please spare the court from any further mental anguish from that image. 1,000 gifted subs or different business model, and I won't wear a maid's outfit on stream. Don't get all excited, Nick. You've got to keep yourself together. I guess I got a bit carried away. Yo, is there fan art of Phoenix in that outfit? I really want to see Phoenix in the waitress's outfit.
There are other things I recognize about her, too.
Seems pretty sure of himself. What should I do? Oh, press harder, obviously. Sub goal? Yeah. 1,000, I just said. Sure, you saw a waitress take the coffee over to the victim. But what matters is whether the waitress was Maggie Bird or not. Quite right. Mr. Kudo, these other features that you recognize about the defendant, I would ask that you add them to your testimony.
Sure.
A ribbon in her hair, and her apron straps were loose. I mean, she has a bow, not a ribbon, but And we can't really look at the straps, I guess. You do seem to remember several details about her appearance. But what about the most crucial detail of all? Her face.
As if I wouldn't remember that.
The witness noticed the straps on the accused apron. He's unlikely to make a mistake about her face.
That's right. I can even tell the color of the ribbon in her hair. It was red.
So you see, there's nothing wrong with the witness's eyesight. There's no doubt he remembers the waitress pretty well. What should I do? I get the feeling there's something more to this somehow. Oh, you gotta... I can do both, I guess. Judge snaps the words in my mouth. Nobody wants to see Phoenix in a maid outfit. Maybe Edgeworth, but that's beside the point. I want to see it. I think it'd be funny. Mr. Kudo, you seem especially interested in straps. Why is that?
What?
The ribbon in her hair, the strap on her apron. What's the fascination?
Fascination?
Objection.
People have all kinds of fetishes, Wright. Wow. He really just fucking addressed that. I was gonna jokingly say he's got a kink, and he's like, nah, people have all kinds of fetishes. We don't need to embarrass the witness. Based.
Listen up, you young upstart. I haven't got some sick strap fetish.
Is there any relevance to the witness's unusual love of straps, Mr. Wright? I was just curious as to why he was so fixated on the waitress's straps.
And then I haven't got a strap fetish. How many times do I have to repeat myself?
Very well, continue with your testimony, Mr. Kudo, and make it strapless.
Straps.
Think old CD really saw Maggie do it? Well, he probably had his eye on the waitress the whole time. That's why he was there. But he was there for the cute outfit, not the waitress. I guess, she makes a good point. Hey, did I say something clever? I wonder if the waitress is who... Okay, let's try the other. Try the other one. Oops. One too many. There we go. Ask about her back, I guess.
Objection.
The identifying features you described are all things you would see. Yeah, it's about true. All things you would see from the back.
So what?
Is it possible that you never saw the waitress from the front at all?
Objection.
Ha! He's got... You objected to agree with me? He's got you there, Gramps. People normally talk about facial features when they're asked to describe someone. But this witness's testimony was nothing but straps and ribbons!
This is harassment. I tell you I'm not obsessed with straps or ribbons. I'm just telling you what I saw.
Mr. Kudo, the court requests you add the detail about identifying features. Features you observed from the front, that is, to your testimony.
Sure.
No man's testimony is getting longer and longer. And if I can't find a hole in it soon, it'll be even longer, I bet. Thought he was gonna say I'll get longer in the tooth. Or anything caught my interest about her when I saw her from the front. As soon as I find a contradiction, I'm gonna save and end there so that I can, start tomorrow busting this guy's testimony wide open. Whoops, my bad. You didn't find anything to be distinct, but you did clearly see the witness's face, yes?
No question about it. I didn't come this far to back down now. Mr. Kudo never backs down.
That's not the answer I was looking for, but okay. It's turned into a matter of pride for old CD now, I guess. What if you're really... Okay. I mean, it's the apron, right? It's all covered in stains. There you go. Oh, young man reading the paper. There wasn't anything caught my interest about her when I saw her from the front. Yeah, it's got to be the apron, because it's all covered in coffee and ketchup stains. Obviously, you would have caught that, right? So let's save here. Just to test it real quick. Got him. All right. When we come back on Monday, we'll be flinging this testimony wide open. Old timer of SAR from the back. He certainly he can't be certain it was the defendant. Any brunette girl could strap on the maid outfit. Exactly. Or dark hair. Might be brunette, might be raven colored. Who knows? Anyway. Yep, when we come back on Monday, we'll be presenting the apron and destroying this old man from the inside out. Him and his dirty fetish of knees and straps and waitresses. Anyway, love you all. Be good people. Toodle pip. Have a great day. Kind of in the mood for some coffee. Don't forget the contradiction tomorrow. Yeah, I come back and spend half an hour. What could it have been? It's a real me move. Toodle pip. Love you all. Have a great rest of your day.